They say love is the source of a maiden's power. At a school in Japan. Natsuki, and boyfriend? Natsuki, I'm not ready for that yet. Natsuki's friend, as a high school girl she can't be in love. Showing her a magazine with the phrase love is the source of a maiden's power. While the boys were talking about how pretty Natsuki was, along with the student council president, Itsuyo, and also the idol Mutsumi. The girls were left with disgusted faces at the boys' perversion, but then one of Natsuki's friends grabbed Natsuki, making her blush and the boys making perverted faces and another one was bleeding from his nose. But suddenly a person stopped abruptly, making everyone look at him, but when they saw him they started to get scared. Boy, scared, a demon. Boy, scared, and no, Son Goku-kun. But Goku walked towards him and the boy got scared. Boy, scared, I'm sorry. Boy, scared, were we too noisy? Goku kept getting closer and the guy was already totally scared because the Saiyan was looking at him with that look that could intimidate the strongest in the world. Goku, get out of my sight. With the coldest voice in the world. So the boy peed and with a face of terror, jumped out the window and his friends were traumatized by the look on the Saiyan's face. But when all that was happening, outside the classroom there was a master passing by and heard all that scandal and went to silence everyone, but when he entered he couldn't say anything because his body began to tremble and a murderous aura was suffocating him, but when he looked in front of him he saw a Saiyan with a death glare and very close to him. Teacher, a demon. After that, the master peed in his pants and fell to the ground because he was so afraid of the Saiyan. Goku, I'm leaving here. With a piercing voice. So the Saiyan left the place, while everyone was very terrified by what happened, and after he left completely everyone began to talk about whether he is the cause of the demon's accidents. With Natsuki's group. Friend, Natsuki, you better not get close to that guy, he can be very dangerous. With fear in her words. But Natsuki didn't respond to see what happened and instead, she had a sad face for him. Friend, Natsuki, is something wrong? Natsuki stopped thinking and said. Natsuki, no, it's nothing. Now with the Saiyan. He was walking to leave the school but every step he took made everyone more afraid of him, because of the emotionless expression he had along with a penetrating gaze with those silver eyes that shone intensely. When the students saw him, they were afraid and asked why he had to be born or why he didn't disappear from this world. But the Saiyan didn't care and continued walking towards the exit. When I was already far away, the student council president appeared and asked. Itsuyo, what is this commotion? Matsumura, Madam President, it's him. A little worried. Matsumura, looks like the demon is causing trouble again. Matsumura, since the school festival is approaching, I think it would be bad to have more problems. So Itsuyo gave a speech that inspired Matsumura. Matsumura, the council president is lovely. While Matsumura was talking to him, Itsuyo looked where the Saiyan was and said. Itsuyo, besides, I don't think he's a demon like everyone says. In a low voice. Itsuyo, he seems more like a misunderstood person. Looking where the Saiyan was walking away. An hour later at a site in the city. Lady, how scary, is it a demon? Sir, he is looking somewhere else. Madam, we'd better get out of here before he notices us. But the Saiyans saw that they left, because of the fear they had for him. Goku, in his mind, these humans are insects that are afraid of everything. With his cold voice. After what he said, he began to think about his past and how seeing people made him move away from him, because of the fear they had of his intimidating appearance and also because of seeing that when someone attacked the Saiyan, he did not emerge unscathed from the battle. But Goku went further back in time and remembered what some people did in front of him. So the Saiyan began to get angry and released a little power, causing the whole place to start shaking and his hair and eyes began to shine brightly, causing those who were near him to run away in fear. But then the Saiyan calmed down, and to distract himself he looked at a big screen that was broadcasting an interview with the idol Mutsumi. Some time later Goku arrived home, after training a little in the forest. Goku, at least I didn't lose my power when I decided to reincarnate in this world. When he went to the bathroom he found Natsuki, Itsuyo, and Mutsumi changing. Mutsumi, Goku-kun? Itsuyo, wow, welcome. Natsuki, embarrassing. So Natsuki threw a bottle of shampoo at him but the Saiyan caught it before it reached his face. Goku, what do you think you're doing, Natsuki? Making the atmosphere heavy and giving a death glare. Natsuki, sorry Goku-kun. With a little fear. After that, Goku left the shampoo and was about to leave, but Itsuyo grabbed his arm and tried to seduce the Saiyan, but without any effect since he just looked at her without interest or shame. "Goku, get out of the way." Cold voice. Itsuyo got off the Saiyan and he walked away like any self-respecting man. Mutsumi, at least he wasn't as aggressive as when someone else teases him a lot, or throws something at him. Natsuki said nothing and just watched as the Saiyan left the place. The Saiyan was near his room but was then greeted by two girls. "Misa, wow, it's Goku-chi. Welcome." "Yakumo, welcome." But the Saiyan continued walking towards his room, ignoring the two. The two of them didn't say anything because they knew he was like that since they met him. After that, the Saiyan entered his room and lay down on the floor to relax. "Goku, can you stop hiding, you two?" Looking at the place where he felt their presence. So a girl with blonde hair and a little girl came out. "Kurori, hello. Futaba, as always, we can never surprise you, and thank you for letting us stay in your home." Kurori, yup. "Goku, first I wonder why they are in my room without my permission, but I only accepted his father's request because I had nothing better to do." After that, everyone was eating and talking while the Saiyan just ate without saying anything, and when everyone finished eating they went to their rooms. While Goku was returning, he saw Natsuki carrying his clothes. "Natsuki, sorry about before." Goku said nothing and continued walking. But Futaba saw that, so she convinced Goku with food, since she knew he liked it a lot, but what she asked was for him to study with Natsuki. Now you see a Goku who was wondering in his head. Goku, in his mind, that woman, she set a trap for me. But then the Saiyan noticed Natsuki who was staring at him. "Goku, and you're looking at me." Natsuki, nothing, nothing. With a little fear. "Goku, if it's nothing then start studying, I'll just be reading this book." But he saw that Natsuki was putting on glasses and out of curiosity he asked. "Goku, do you wear glasses?" "Natsuki, are you making fun of me?" "Natsuki, I only use them when I go to study." Natsuki, with a tone of knowing what she's doing, "Glasses are something you wear when you study." Goku in his mind thought that this girl needs a little more brains. "Goku, that thing is not necessary." Cold voice. Natsuki became a little sad and said. "Natsuki, do you really hate them that much?" "Natsuki, do you hate studying with me?" Goku remembered when he couldn't help Goten with his studies because he didn't know much at that time, but his son still gave him a smile, because at least he was trying to help. "Goku, since I will teach you the topics you don't know." Natsuki was surprised by what he said, since the Saiyan was not much of a helper to others except her. So the Saiyan approached Natsuki, making her blush from how close he was to her, and so Goku began to explain. Meanwhile, in another part of the house. "Itsuyo, why her?" "Futaba, Itsuyo-chan, you're aggressive as always." "Misa, don't be like that, Itsuyo." "Mutsumi, that's true." "Mutsumi, we decided to prioritize leveling up Natsuki-chan." "Kurori, Itsuyo, cheer up. I'll give you some candy later." "Yakumo, more importantly, is Oni-chan okay?" "Yakumo, he's cold to everyone and that's why we haven't leveled up much." "Mutsumi, don't say that, Yakumo-chan. Goku-kun can be cold but he can also be a good person deep down in his heart." Then he remembered that he saw Goku in a tree surrounded by animals in the forest when they were looking for him, and the animals were not afraid of him, but the Saiyan was petting the animals without any problem, and for the first time he saw the Saiyan smiling a little. "Itsuyo, Mutsumi, Mutsumi, Mutsumi. Mutsumi, what happened?" "Itsuyo, until you answer, what were you thinking to be so distracted?" "Mutsumi, nothing." With a smile. "Misa, so what were you going to say, Itsuyo?" "Itsuyo, that we can't do anything, since he was the man our father approved of." Now with Goku and Natsuki. "Goku, and that's how you answer this question?" In a cold voice. Natsuki, "Ooh, now I understand, thanks Goku-kun." Happy. "Goku, it was nothing." Sitting somewhere else. Goku began to remember a promise he made with his children, which was to be happy in whatever world he arrives in and to make the people who love him happy. Goku, in his mind, "I still won't be able to keep the promise I made, my children." Meanwhile, Natsuki is trying to ask some questions. "Futaba, have you two finished studying?" "Futaba, take a little break." So the Saiyan and Natsuki took a break, but Futaba remembered that they were missing toilet paper, so she sent the two to look for it, but with their hands together. At first the Saiyan totally rejected that, but he saw Natsuki who had a sad face, but he didn't care until he remembered the promise and was going to fulfill it for his children who still loved him as a father. Goku, okay, I'll do it. With a touch of annoyance. Natsuki was happy, and so the two of them went to buy toilet paper. As they walked, they heard over the megaphones that there had been dangerous accidents in that area. Goku, apparently they're talking about me. Natsuki, a little angry, why don't you defend yourself from the insults they throw at you? Natsuki, a little angry, why aren't you the only ones telling him the truth that you're not a demon and that you're a normal person like everyone else? Goku said nothing. Natsuki, more than this was the place where you saved my life. Natsuki, at that time you were my hero, and also at that time you were someone very cool. But suddenly a giant hole opened and a demon came out and hit the ground with his hand, causing everyone there to run away. Natsuki, he's a demon. Goku was just watching him. After that, a ring on Goku's finger shone, forming a barrier that locked the demon and Natsuki and Goku inside. Meanwhile, at Goku's house, Futaba, looks like they deployed the barrier. Kurori, how great. Futaba, this summon was much stronger compared to the previous ones. Yakumo, so what do we do? Misa, it doesn't seem like Natsuki can defeat him at her current level, and we don't know how much power Goku has either. Mutsumi, you can Natsuki-chan and Goku-kun. Now with Goku and Natsuki. The demon attacked the two, but they both jumped out of the place. Natsuki, in her mind, this is bad, they summoned a high-level demon. Natsuki, I'll miss the chance to level up and find out who Goku really is. Goku, let's get out of here, I'm getting bored. Natsuki, how can you say that at this moment, but the only way to beat him is. But Natsuki didn't want to do that, so she let go of Goku's hand and went against the demon. Natsuki, Goku, hide, I'll take care of this. Goku didn't say anything and was going to leave, but he saw that Natsuki was going to be crushed by a piece of a building, so with no other option he went at a gigantic speed, grabbing Natsuki in a bridal style like a princess. Goku, are you okay? Natsuki was surprised by what the Saiyan did, and so her heart started beating strongly. Natsuki, yes, you can put me down now. So the Saiyan put Natsuki down, and then she said, Natsuki, it seems you haven't changed as I thought, so please be gentle because it's my first time. Then Natsuki took off her clothes and grabbed Goku's hand, putting it on her chest, and a little about it. She continued like this for a while until the demon was going to attack them, but Natsuki had transformed at that moment. So Natsuki went against the demon, attacking him from all sides with great power and with many swords that were directed at the demon, while the Saiyan simply watched the fight. But in the end the demon was defeated, but suddenly another demon came out, but much more powerful, and attacked Natsuki, leaving her very weak. The demon was going to attack Natsuki again, but when he was going to give it, a terrifying power appeared, causing the whole place to begin to shake as if it were an earthquake, but the Saiyan continued to increase until it was felt outside the barrier. At Goku's house, all the girls were surprised by the amount of power the Saiyan released. It's Tsuyo, so that's Goku's power. With fear in her words. Mutsumi, it's gigantic and terrifying at the same time. Very scared. Misa, I think that power surpasses the power of our father. Futaba, we won't know that, Misa-chan. Now on to the fight. Goku, wow, you surprised me, Natsuki, but that demon is mine now. Putting on a black smile. The demon left Natsuki and went against Goku, but with one blow he destroyed him as if he were paper. Goku, wow, not even high-ranking demons can handle my 0.001% power. After all that, the barrier was removed and Goku carried Natsuki, who was fainted from exhaustion and had no clothes, but Goku put his jacket that he was wearing on her. But suddenly he remembered what the girl's father had said. Odin, young man, when he appears, he is very strong, being able to defeat the demon in one blow. And what if you protect this world along with my 9 beautiful daughters and become their partners so that their power increases? Odin, you will fall in love with them. Odin, you will refine them, you will make them grow, and you will make love save the world. Goku, and what happens if I don't accept? With a voice that would make Odin tremble to the point of urinating. After that, Odin tried to convince Goku until the Saiyan got angry and accepted. Back to the present. At Goku's house, more specifically where Futaba was. Futaba was talking on the phone with her older sister Ichika. Futaba, You see that Goku is progressing with his relationships. Ichika didn't say anything because she was the one who was totally scared, because when Goku killed the demon he fixed his gaze on her with an intensity and an enormous killer instinct. Futaba noticed and hung up the call. And so they all celebrated the victory with the Saiyan. Boy 1, hey! Look at that! Boy 1, it's the 3 Satame sisters. Boy 2, as always they look pretty. But suddenly they all felt a chill down their backs and began to sweat. Then they began to hear footsteps that became louder and louder. All the students began to see who it was, until they saw that it was the Saiyan, and after seeing him, all the students were moving away from him with great fear, and also that they did not want to see his gaze because of the rumors of his demonic eyes. Boy 3, he's always scary. Boy 2, he can hear you. Boy 1, you can't look that demon in the eyes because they are so terrifying. Goku, in his mind, what stupid people, they are still afraid of me, but what can be done? Goku, in his mind, well, today the results of this semester's exams are announced. Meanwhile, in the student council room. Itsuyo, Inukai-san, can you copy the documents for me? Inuki, understood. Inuki, you've been really enthusiastic lately, President. Itsuyo, yes. There isn't much time left until the school festival. Itsuyo, as the student council president who just transferred, I'm worried about being accepted by everyone. Matsumura, everything is fine. And then Matsumura along with a companion were supporting Itsuyo until Inuki spoke. Inuki, by the way, President, you did incredibly well on this term's exams. Meanwhile, on the ratings charts. Natsuki, number 2? Itsuyo? Mutsumi, he had almost perfect scores on the topics. Mutsumi, that's incredible. My math score was really bad. Mutsumi, Natsuki-chan, did you solve problem 3? Boy 4, the student council president is amazing, she got 2nd place. Boy 5, Mutsumi-chan is also in the top 30. Boy 4, and Natsuki is. Huh? Boy 4, he probably didn't feel well that day. Afterwards Natsuki got depressed because of that, but Mutsumi tried to comfort her to make her feel better, but he couldn't and made her more depressed. But Natsuki remembered that Mutsumi was in a high grade. Natsuki, to begin with, how did you manage to get a good grade too? Natsuki, you're busy with work, aren't you? Mutsumi, laughing a little, Misa-wan-ichan helped me study. Natsuki, depressed, I hate studying, I don't see the point. Mutsumi, by the way, how did Goku-kun do it? Natsuki, he's always last because he says school isn't necessary and he sleeps during exams, but I don't see him last. Mutsumi, Natsuki-chan, I found Goku-kun. Natsuki, and where is it? Mutsumi, there it is. Natsuki, what? Number 1. Impossible. Mutsumi, like we haven't seen before. Natsuki, I don't know, but let's go find him to ask how he came in first. So the two of them went to where Goku was to ask him. On the rooftop where Goku was relaxing, 2 girls already known to the Saiyan appeared. Natsuki, how did you get to 1st place if you don't study and fall asleep in class? Goku simply ignored her and continued with his eyes closed. Natsuki, answer. So Natsuki tried to grab his neck, but she couldn't choke him because the Saiyan's neck was too hard like a rock. Goku, you know you can't hang me. Cold voice. After that Natsuki got very tired from trying and gave up, but the Saiyan was looking at Mutsumi. Goku, and what are you doing here? Mutsumi, well, just accompany Natsuki-chan. With a little nervousness when seeing the Saiyan. Goku, interesting, but since the 2 of you came to bother me, I'll leave here. Then the Saiyan stood up, making Natsuki fall. Natsuki, ouch, don't you look who's behind you? Goku, oops, I didn't know there was a cockroach behind me. Natsuki, damn. Mutsumi, please don't fight. But before anyone else could speak, they heard Goku being called into the audio-visual room. So the Saiyan went to the audio-visual room, but when he walked he scared everyone around him. A few minutes later the Saiyan arrived where the audio-visual room was. Goku, in his mind, what does that black-haired brat want now, and why is it so dark in here? At that moment Goku was distracted in his mind and some chains came to catch him. Itsuyo, I have you Goku-kun. Victory voice. But the Saiyan broke the chains as if they were sheets of paper. Goku, do you think you can catch me with those weak chains? Itsuyo, in her mind, shit. Goku, and why did you call me here? Itsuyo, it was to have a date with me. Goku, if that's why they called me, then goodbye. So the Saiyan was going to leave the place, but Itsuyo stopped him. Itsuyo, pleading voice, please Goku-kun. Goku, I won't do it, no matter what you do. Itsuyo, sad voice, then that means that. Goku, what does that mean? Itsuyo, sad voice, you hate me. Goku just sighed and thought it over. Goku, annoyed voice, okay, I'll have the date you want so much. Itsuyo, really? Itsuyo, in her mind, I don't care anyway. Goku, yes, as you wish, but don't go overboard. Looking at her with those eyes. Itsuyo, okay. Very scared. Itsuyo, in her mind, this guy doesn't compare to my father who is the leader of the gods, and it is because of that position that he is the only man I will love. Goku, so what are you waiting for? Cold voice. Itsuyo, nothing, just that you are very handsome and I am glad we have this date. Itsuyo, in her mind, my father will be the one who will defend all the beings of this world from the demons and not this guy who cares about the life of this planet. Goku, if that's the case, then stop pretending. With annoyance in his voice. Itsuyo, what are you talking about? Goku, you think I don't know that you don't love me and just want to use me to level up and have your father adore you for being the strongest? Itsuyo, how did you find out? Goku, because I can tell if someone is faking or not, and I can also read minds if you're near me. Itsuyo, a little angry, so you didn't want the date with me anymore. Goku, I already told you, I'll have the date with you, but don't think you'll level up that easily. Challenging voice. Itsuyo, we'll see about that. So Itsuyo tried to level up by giving the Saiyan food, but she failed and kept failing again and again, because the Saiyan wouldn't let herself be fed or do anything else. Itsuyo, in her mind, it's impossible to level up just like that. Goku, you give up now. Itsuyo, not yet. Goku, well then I'll follow you, avoiding you. Itsuyo, and why don't you avoid Natsuki or Mutsumi? With jealousy. Goku, because I see that they don't have bad intentions and also that they want to help me even when I am the worst in the world with them. All with a cold voice. But no one could continue talking because the bell rang and the Saiyan, upon hearing it, left the place in a masterful way, ignoring Itsuyo completely. Now in the girls' locker room. All the girls were changing to go to gym class, but a certain girl was angry. Itsuyo, it's impossible to level up, with Goku-kun ignoring me. But then some girls approached Itsuyo to ask how they were and Itsuyo answered. Itsuyo, removing the anger she had, charming. But Itsuyo then thought that since her father chose this guy, until a certain blonde-haired girl arrived. Natsuki, you say we still have time before the next battle. Natsuki, why are you in such a hurry? So the two started a discussion about things that happened, but in the end, Itsuyo was confused about something. After finishing changing. Itsuyo, there are still many opportunities. Itsuyo, there's no way I'm going to lose after hearing that. But after saying that, Itsuyo found a demon flying around. Itsuyo, in her mind, a demon. Itsuyo, in her mind, it can't be. He hasn't been summoned yet. Itsuyo, in her mind, there's no way Father's oracle would be wrong again. So all those who knew about demons became alert about the demon that appeared. Goku, with annoyance, there is no other scum of all? Goku, in his mind, they can't leave me for at least one day without bothering me. Meanwhile with the girls. Natsuki, Itsuyo, what about that demon? Itsuyo, that demon is beyond the reach of your sword. Itsuyo, my turn has finally come. Itsuyo, in her mind, when I succeed, my father will pat my head. Itsuyo, ego to the skies, I'll do a splendid job tying you up with my chains. So the three sisters met with Goku, and the Saiyan with the ring on his finger formed the cube that made it impossible for them to see what was happening. The demon tried to get out but couldn't get through the barrier. After that the sisters were talking with the Saiyan, while Itsuyo told them that without my chain they could face the demon and that if I didn't level up she couldn't catch the demon. Natsuki, it's definitely too much to face with my sword. Goku, they are a pain. Natsuki, why do you say that? Goku, you guys have already seen my power, so I could take care of this alone. Itsuyo, but you can't fly, so you won't be able to fight the demon. Goku was going to speak until Natsuki said that. Natsuki, if Goku can't fly then I'll keep the demon away so Itsuyo can level up and help me. They all accepted Natsuki's plan while Goku had a sour look on his face as he was ignored. Mutsumi, this. What about me? Itsuyo, you're not suitable for today's battle, so you're on standby. Mutsumi, a little sad, why yes. Itsuyo, then hurry up and transform. She said to Natsuki. After what Itsuyo said, Mutsumi felt even sadder for not being considered. The Saiyan saw that and felt a little sad for her, but he wasn't going to do anything because the Saiyan told himself that it wasn't worth it. Then Natsuki had to kiss Goku to transform. Goku, no way, I'm not going to do that again. In his typical cold voice. But Natsuki caught Goku off guard and kissed him passionately. Goku, who gave you permission to kiss me? With the coldest voice in the world, to the point that it can freeze hell. Natsuki, who was already transformed, told him. Natsuki, I caught you off guard, so I took the opportunity to kiss you. Goku just stared at her with his Ultra Instinct eyes, making her a little scared. Natsuki, well then I'm leaving. Itsuyo, when? Itsuyo, mocking tone, what's up with that kiss Goku-kun gave you? But then Itsuyo felt a chill down her spine, and when she looked back, she saw the Saiyan with a look of total death. Mutsumi, this, Itsuyo-chan. Mutsumi, with a little sadness, isn't there anything I can help with? Mutsumi, I want to help both of them. But she was ignored and grabbed Goku's hand to take him somewhere else, but Goku saw that Mutsumi was sadder. Goku, in his mind, I'll give him a little encouragement. So Goku told Mutsumi to look at him telepathically, and she looked at the Saiyan, who gave her a small smile and told her telepathically. Goku, you are important too. She blushed at that and was glad to see another side of the Saiyan other than his cold and emotionless attitude. Goku, in his mind, this is the most I can do right now. Meanwhile, in Natsuki's fight against the demon. Natsuki was throwing giant swords at him, which I don't even know how he pulled out. Natsuki then explained that the barrier was a different dimension from the reality of the normal world, and also that no matter how violent it gets, there will be no problems. But after Natsuki explained about the barrier, the demon regenerated and used an energy attack that went towards Natsuki, but she dodged it in time. Now with the Saiyan and his father's fan. Itsuyo tried to seduce the Saiyan but without any effect. Itsuyo, but why can't I seduce you? With annoyance in her voice. Goku, why don't you just give up and I'll help Natsuki? Itsuyo, no, I will be the one who will save this world, not you. Goku, if that's the case, then let's see if you have any problems, so I can do this to you. So Goku grabbed one of Itsuyo's hand and began to massage it, but Itsuyo quickly tried to hit the Saiyan, but he dodged it. Now with Natsuki and the demon. Natsuki tried to kill the demon but couldn't because the demon regenerated until Natsuki got careless and was caught by the demon's tentacles. Now with Goku and Itsuyo. Goku, see, you can't defend this world if you don't want to level up. Itsuyo, that's not true, I can be strong. So she started to cry a little and turned her head so Goku wouldn't see her. But Goku saw that and just looked at her until she stopped crying a little and started thinking about how she didn't change. Goku, in his mind, it seems that she finally stopped acting strong. And as his grandfather taught him, Goku placed his hand on Itsuyo's head. Itsuyo, huh? Goku, don't be afraid, you will always have the company of the people who love you, and also that you are a person who can achieve anything if you try hard. Obviously with his cold voice. Itsuyo was surprised by what the Saiyan said, but she was happy and felt like it was her father who spoke to her. And so Itsuyo grabbed the Saiyan's hand and then placed a childish kiss on his cheek. Surprisingly, the Saiyan let him kiss him on the cheek. Now with Natsuki. Natsuki was being caught by the demon's tentacles, and every second that passed the demon was tearing her clothes. Natsuki, the protective barrier, is being destroyed, with concern in her voice. Meanwhile the demon was grabbing Natsuki and was removing parts of her clothing until he had almost taken off more than half of her clothing. Natsuki, Itsuyo. But suddenly some crosses that formed chains broke the tentacles that bound Natsuki. So Natsuki was able to free herself from the tentacles. Natsuki, what was that? Itsuyo, back off. Then the crosses were enclosing the demon in a sphere and the demon could not get out of them. Itsuyo, who was already seen in her clothes, said. Itsuyo, it's useless to fight. Itsuyo, everything is sealed when you're tied up with this. Itsuyo, your body, heart and abilities. Itsuyo, that's how my chains work. Itsuyo, I'll leave the rest to you, Natsuki. Natsuki, I was tired of waiting for you. So Natsuki summoned a gigantic sword that had a great amount of power accumulated in it to throw it at the demon. And just as the sword was summoned, it was also thrown towards the demon, destroying him. After that everything went back to normal. Now Itsuyo was apologizing for not showing up at that time. Matsumura, okay. Classes moved along in no time. Matsumura, and anyway I had informed the teachers in advance. Matsumura, also, I figured that guy must be the root of all that. But Goku looked at him with a murderous look, making Matsumura hide behind his partner. So everyone was leaving the place except Natsuki and Goku. Natsuki, you two got pretty close. Goku said nothing. Natsuki, I hope you can keep it up and stop being so cold to people. Natsuki, and be a good person. Goku just looked at Natsuki and then saw her blush a little. But the Saiyan suddenly hugged her for a few seconds and then let her go. Natsuki, who was already blushing, was now as shocked by what the Saiyan had done and looked at him for answers, but he didn't say anything. Inukai, let's go, too. Natsuki, sorry. Inukai, in his mind, damn. Inukai, in his mind, is he really the Valkyrie's mate, the Eiger? Inukai, in his mind, to appear before them in such a sorry state. Inukai, in his mind, they say here that you have to take what is given to you and so on, but in my case, even before it is set before me. Inukai, in his mind, I'm going to devour it. But what he didn't know is that Goku read his mind and also felt his evil, so he touched his shoulder. Goku, excuse me. Cold voice. Inukai, yeah, what's up? Goku, look me in the eyes, you insignificant piece of scum. With a piercing voice. Inukai didn't know why but he looked into the Saiyan's eyes that now shone brighter because the Saiyan had a little more power to intimidate him. Inukai at that moment felt true terror, seeing that look and how it reflected the worst nightmares that anyone in this universe could have had. While Natsuki didn't understand anything about why the Saiyan insulted Inukai or why he told her to look at his eyes. So Inukai left in great fear. Extras. Guard Dog Garm, his real name, level 65. This chapter begins with Mutsumi promoting a drink on television. After finishing, Mutsumi went home while the producers talked about her and how pretty she was and other things. But before that, Mutsumi went to take a bath to wash off the sweat and cool off a bit after so much work. After bathing. Mutsumi, I've been so busy lately that I haven't seen Goku-kun. Mutsumi, I'm so jealous of them all. Mutsumi, they went on a date with him. Now somewhere else. Natsuki was fighting a demon, while Goku was just dodging everything with his eyes closed, but then Goku got bored of dodging and punched the demon, killing it. While at a ramen stand near the battle zone. Itsuyo, a demon was summoned today as Father's oracle predicted. Itsuyo, but what will happen from now on? Futaba, who knows? Futaba, even if the malevolent gods come down to Midgard, since they must possess a human vessel, they can only use level 1 abilities. Futaba, but the only ones who can fight properly are Natsuki-chan, Itsuyo-chan, and me. But then the two decided that the next one would be Mutsumi to level up, as they say, a date with an idol. The next day in a shopping mall. Mutsumi, thank you for taking the time to come with me, Goku-kun. Mutsumi, I had to try the pudding they sell here. Mutsumi, gee Goku-kun, try it too. It's delicious. Goku, as you wish. Cold voice. Goku, in his mind, how the hell did I accept this date? But then the Saiyan grabbed a part of the pudding with a spoon and ate it, but Mutsumi's heart started beating. Goku, what happened Mutsumi? Mutsumi, nothing, I was just thinking about how nice the weather is today. Mutsumi, in his mind, Goku-kun, you really are great. Mutsumi, I must definitely succeed in this opportunity they created for me. Goku, in his mind, she doesn't know that I can read minds or what. But Goku still gave her a small smile and Mutsumi blushed a little at that. Mutsumi then started to think about what happens when an idol is on a date and that she shouldn't be discovered and things like that. Guy 1, really? Yamada-senpai, are you friends with the idol Mutsumi-chan? Mutsumi was a little scared, but then the two of them saw who the person behind them was. Yamada, well, that's right. Afterwards the two of them were talking about her and her kind character along with her attributes. But then they were talking about Goku and if he was in their school, but also a lot of stupid false rumors about him. Yamada, I always get thrown out the window every day by that demon. It really sucks. Boy 2, you were the toughest in high school though. Boy 1, that's crazy. Yamada, I better brag while I can, because... Yamada looked back, when he said the last thing, seeing the murderous or psychopathic look made by the Saiyan. Yamada first peed in his pants, then apologized for being boastful, and then jumped out the window again. Mutsumi, this. Afterwards everyone in the restaurant was scared and blaming Goku for throwing the guy out the window. Mutsumi, huh? It can't be. You didn't do anything. Goku just looked at the people, but then he stood up and the whole place became tense along with a small pressure in the environment. Goku's gaze made everyone present feel terrifying fear. Goku telepathically said to Mutsumi. Goku, let's get out of here. Mutsumi, yes. Mutsumi, in his mind, nobody noticed me because all the attention was on Goku-kun, but I wonder if this makes him feel bad. Mutsumi, in his mind, no. I can't lose my composure. And then Mutsumi cheered up and told Goku that he was still bullying everyone to the point that they knelt down for forgiveness. Mutsumi, Goku-kun, is there somewhere you want to go? Goku telepathically told him. Goku, yes, there is a place I would like to go. So the two left the restaurant without Goku, leaving everyone with a lifelong trauma. After that the couple went to a place that had an eating competition and the Saiyans signed up for the competition. Mutsumi, an eating competition? Goku, I haven't participated in one in a while. Goku, if you want, you can watch the competition, but don't let them see you. Mutsumi, okay, Goku-kun. But in the time remaining until the competition, Goku and Mutsumi were talking about things, but the most interesting thing is how Mutsumi has been scared, nervous, and also lost confidence because of a demon. Goku, interesting. Goku, but you don't have to worry now because I'll be with you. Cold voice. So the Saiyan put his hand on Mutsumi's head and she blushed at what the Saiyan said. But then she said that Natsuki saved her and Itsuyo from those demons. Now in the Saiyan's house. Itsuyo sneezes, what could it be? I suddenly felt chills. Natsuki, a cold? Itsuyo, worry more about what's going on in your own head instead of other people's, Natsuki. Itsuyo, and you have that wrong. Natsuki, a little angry, you should be more patient since you're the one who helps me study. Natsuki, a little angry, are you able to sleep alone now, Itsuyo-chan? Itsuyo, embarrassed, you always bring up the past. Is that how you talk to your older sister? So the two had a little fight until Misa arrived and calmed them down. Now with Goku and Mutsumi. Goku had already won the competition with a total of having eaten the entire menu 5 times. Now in another place in the shopping center. Mutsumi, I became an idol reluctantly. Mutsumi, someone had to become an idol so we could have dating opportunities, and no one wanted to. She remembered the past when she was elected. Goku, in his mind, if I had that job, I would have made everyone leave with broken bones. Mutsumi, at first I hated it a lot. Mutsumi, but you know, I'm happy to be an idol now. So she said that thanks to being an idol she gradually regained her confidence and also that she should become stronger. Goku remembered that he lost all confidence the day his wife betrayed him but that his children supported him until the end. Goku, well, I'll see what's there. With a bit of sadness in his voice, but it wasn't very noticeable. So Goku walked away from Mutsumi. Mutsumi, I knew it, he looks like the demon that attacked me when I was a child. Mutsumi, why? I was so scared back then, but... Mutsumi, with a bit of excitement, when I see Goku-kun, my heart races. Goku, Mutsumi? Mutsumi, sorry, I was in a daze. Mutsumi, in his mind, no. I got excited. No, I mean Goku-kun was too cool. Now in another part of the mall. Mutsumi, so, where shall we go now? Goku, I'd like to get out of here now. Mutsumi, hey! Mutsumi, you need to take a break after eating so much. Goku, I just want to leave, okay? Mutsumi, in his mind, he doesn't want to spend time with me anymore? Goku, Mutsumi? Mutsumi, a little weird but in a good way, it can't be. That's cruel. But I feel somewhat happy. Goku, Nani? Mutsumi, anyway, Let's go somewhere else. Goku, no thanks, I'd rather go home. Cold voice. But then Goku felt a very familiar evil presence, but when he saw where the guy was, he was no longer there. Goku, in his mind, apparently the guy is in this place. Goku, in his mind, how annoying, now he's going to cause trouble around here. But suddenly a horned demon appeared and caught everyone's attention, saying that the idol Mutsumi was in the mall. So everyone started searching like crazy. Mutsumi was very scared of being recognized, but Goku grabbed her hand without hesitation and they ran out of the place, but the horn told everyone that Mutsumi and someone left that area. Goku was annoyed by that horn and with his gaze he exploded the demon, leaving only dust in the place where the demon was. Then some boys went to look for her and were also going to kill the boy who was with her. Mutsumi, in his mind, this is definitely a bad day. Mutsumi was worried because they were being chased by fans, but then she remembered that she was being held by the Saiyan's hand and then she had a small fit of excitement. Goku opened a door of any warehouse and thought. Goku, in his mind, there must be a damn exit this way. But Goku found it to be a dead end. Goku, in his mind, how I would like to destroy this place for having no way out. Mutsumi's fans went to where Goku and Mutsumi were but found no one there. Another guy, it really was Mutsumi-chan. Grabbing a guy who said he saw her around here. Mutsumi, in his mind, we don't hide right away, but what will we do? Mutsumi, in her mind, but I'm being hugged by Goku-kun. And the guys kept searching in that area but they didn't find anything. Mutsumi, whispering, Goku-kun, are you okay? Mutsumi, whispering, you don't feel bad, do you? Goku, whispering, I'm fine, don't worry. But then Mutsumi got closer to the Saiyan, making her chest stick closer to the Saiyan's chest, but the Saiyan was not bothered by that and just let her. Mutsumi, in his mind, I can't believe things have come to this. There are so many fans on the other side of this thin sheet of metal that separates us. Mutsumi, in his mind, if Goku-kun was a tough person, then. Thus the kindest and most innocent thought about things not very holy. Goku, in his mind, why did I have to have the power to read minds? Now I see what this girl is thinking. Goku, whispering, Mutsumi. Mutsumi, whispering, what happened? Goku, how do we get out of this without me breaking some bones? Then Mutsumi thought and said that if she leveled up she could avoid the people outside without being seen, but for that she had to. Mutsumi, whispering, I want you to kiss me. Goku was not surprised by that and said. Goku, whispering, it's okay. Mutsumi, in his mind, finally, I can kiss Goku-kun. Mutsumi, in her mind, I heard that the first kiss tastes like lemon, but is it true? Mutsumi, in his mind, this will be my first kiss. Mutsumi looked up seeing the imposing eyes of the Saiyan. Mutsumi, whispering, Goku-kun, could you bend down? Goku, okay. Mutsumi, in his mind, there is too much height difference and I can't reach his lips. Mutsumi, whispering, Goku-kun, I can unbutton your shirt. Goku said nothing and just nodded. But then the guys started talking about how they saw a girl with walking around here, but also that she was accompanied by a guy and that there would be a bloodbath. As if they knew who they were messing with. Afterwards Mutsumi was blushing and at the same time excited from licking the Saiyan's muscular body. Goku didn't care what Mutsumi was doing, but because of his giant body due to his muscles the Saiyan put his hand on Mutsumi's to be more comfortable but accidentally squeezed Mutsumi's, making him even more excited. Mutsumi, whispering, Goku-kun. Goku, I don't want to move from here, because right now I'm comfortable like this, cold voice. So Mutsumi continued licking Goku's body but with great excitement since the Saiyan was touching her. But suddenly the boys saw that there was a cap in the locker and went to see who could be there. Goku, in his mind, shit. Mutsumi, whispering, only 20 seconds left Goku-kun. Goku, okay. Mutsumi, in his mind, Goku-kun isn't scared of those guys but I'm afraid they'll discover us like this. Mutsumi, in his mind, Goku-kun has helped me and protected me from many things, but this time I want to be the one to help him. Mutsumi, in his mind, like when he held my hand and helped me run away from people, instead of just leaving the place. Mutsumi, in his mind, and that's why. I love you Goku-kun. The subjects were approaching and were going to open the door until a spear blocked the boy's path, so Mutsumi was able to transform in time and fly away from the place, but the Saiyan left a clone there to teach them a lesson. Another boy, What was that blizzard? But when the boys saw the locker where a person was coming out, they turned pale and a terrifying fear invaded them and they began to urinate in their pants. Goku clone, you who look at me, insignificant insects. With an evil voice. The boys ran away from the place because they were so scared. Goku clone, pathetic. Now on the outskirts of the mall. There was a Mutsumi holding Goku's hand while Mutsumi made Goku fly next to her. Mutsumi, in his mind, it seems that our date was a success, but I couldn't make Goku happy all this time. Goku saw his thoughts and said to him. Goku, you don't have to worry about that Mutsumi, because I'm happy about something. Mutsumi was surprised that he knew what she was thinking. Mutsumi, and what made you happy, Goku-kun? Goku, well, being with you is what made me happy. Cold voice, don't think I changed my voice? So Goku gave his first kiss to Mutsumi in the air and she blushed like crazy and accidentally dropped the Saiyan, but the Saiyan began to fly too. Mutsumi, hey! Can you fly Goku-kun? Goku, I already knew how to fly a long time ago. Mutsumi, and why didn't you say anything? Goku, because they never let me speak or never asked. But before Mutsumi could speak she didn't have enough time because she reached the limit of her flight, so she fell but the Saiyan caught her like a princess. Mutsumi was now like a tomato because now the Saiyan was the one who saved her. Elsewhere. Ichika, how long do I have to play bodyguard for this weakling? I was talking to Futaba on the phone. Futaba, thanks to you, Ichika-ni-sama, we can focus on dating. Futaba, I'm very grateful. Ichika, humph. That's my mission too. I'll hold on. So Futaba asked Ichika if she could go to the campus festival and she answered for her sisters and not for that weakling. Ichika then warned Futaba about a strange presence she felt today at the mall but when they finished talking and Ichika hung up the phone, she felt an enormous killing intent and a suffocating pressure. It stunned Ichika. Goku clone, you say I'm a weakling. Piercing voice. Ichika said nothing because she felt true terror upon seeing the Saiyan's gaze closer than ever, along with the darkness making everything a perfect environment for the Saiyan. Goku clone, now you're not saying anything, you insignificant, cheap mortal. Putting on the black smile. But then the clone disappeared, leaving Ichika who no longer had the courage to insult the Saiyan again. Elsewhere. Garm was eating but then another guy or rather a child appeared and scolded Garm for his poor work but Garm gave his excuse and everything ended there. Back to the Saiyan's house. The Saiyan arrived at the house but with a Mutsumi still being carried like a princess, but everyone was already there waiting for them. But when they saw that the Saiyan was flying and also that he had Mutsumi carried like a princess, they exploded a million questions to the Saiyan but he ignored all the questions and Mutsumi had to answer. Extras. Garm equals Inukai. The chapter begins at Goku's house. Natsuki was playing a board game, while the others were doing other things. Misa, where did Goku go? Natsuki, she went to take the national exam simulation. Misa, no, Goku didn't care about those kinds of things? Natsuki, I don't know about that. Futaba, well, at least he's doing something instead of training. But suddenly someone's voice was heard. Goku, I'm back. Futaba, oh, how did it go? Goku, well, the exam was easy, but a lot of people were scared of me. Futaba, wow, you always scare people if you keep up that cold attitude. Natsuki, well, it's not obvious, Goku-kun always has that emotionless look. Misa, yeah, calm down Natsuki. Goku said nothing and left the place. Misa, wait, Goku-kun, why don't you play Onigoko with us? Goku, well, I have nothing to do, so I'll play a little. Kurori, yay, Goku-ni-kun is going to play Onigoko with us. So they started playing, but the one who turned out to be the Oni was Futaba. Futaba, apparently I'm the Oni. Natsuki, Futaba-nisan, the Oni. With a bit of fear in her voice. It's Suyo, then, the competition will be. Futaba, you lose if your panties are stolen, understood? Goku, in his mind, now I regret joining the game. Mass, so, it begins. Misa, now. They all ran out of the place while the Saiyan looked at this with a little annoyance. Futaba, I'll start chasing them after 3 minutes. Goku, in his mind, this game is stupid now. Goku, in his mind, I better go to my room and create a key wall so they don't bother me, but first I'm going to wash my face. But when the Saiyan opened the door, he found Misa and Itsuyo changing. "Goku, and now what are you doing here?" The two put on their clothes and Misa answered. "Misa, well, we just needed some thread." "Goku, why?" "Misa, well, I'll use my holy sword to detect Futaba's movements." Goku, in his mind, "Well, at least I can feel presences." "Misa, I used the thread from the shirt and I put it all over the house so I know where it's moving." Goku, why? "Misa, well, she completely masters the Goraishin style." Misa, as Thor's best apprentice, the god of thunder. Misa, even at level 1, she's so fast she can steal panties in an instant. Goku, in his mind, again with that stupidity about the panties. Misa, so you two prepare for the attack while I put the strings together. The two sat on the floor while Misa put the threads on. Goku, in his mind, I'm involved in something that doesn't interest me. Goku then saw Itsuyo, who was a little nervous. Goku, in his mind, and now what's happening to her? Goku, in his mind, well, it doesn't matter to me right now, I better get out of here, and if I meet Futaba, she'll know what fear is in every sense. But Itsuyo saw that Goku was looking at him. And then she started talking about how hard she worked and helped a lot to prepare for the school festival and how she deserved to have a reward. Goku already knew what Itsuyo wanted. So Goku put his hand on Itsuyo's head, and for some strange reason she was getting excited for no reason. Goku, in his mind, this girl is very strange. Meanwhile Misa was concentrating on finding out if Futaba would appear. Misa, But suddenly Misa felt Futaba. "Misa, careful, stay away from the wall." The wall was breaking and Futaba came out with some glasses. But when he broke the wall he also made the girls fall on top of the Saiyan, but the Saiyan quickly dodged the two. While Futaba stood looking at the three with her glasses. "Futaba, don't worry about the wall, Goku-kun." "Futaba, I'll repair it later with my holy sword." But then Itsuyo and Misa saw that Futaba had her glasses on. Itsuyo, Misa Nizan, that's Misa, yes, he has his glasses on. Goku, and what's up with that? Misa, the thing is, she has really bad eyesight, but when she puts on her glasses, it means she's serious. Itsuyo, and that means this is for real and he's going to steal everyone's panties. Goku, in his mind, again, with the panties issue, are they stupid? With a disappointed face. Futaba, that means stealing her panties is like killing her. With an evil smile. Goku, whispering, this is over. Starting to put on black smile. But then Misa tried to pull Goku out with her threads, but the Saiyan didn't move. Goku, what are you trying to do? Piercing voice. Misa, a little scared, well. Get you out of here to avoid being attacked. Goku, I'm sorry but I'll take care of this. Misa, you can't. Goku, why? Misa, well, because. It's our fight. Goku just sighed at what he said, and from one second to the next he left, leaving Itsuyo, Misa and Futaba alone. But then Misa and Itsuyo started talking about how it won't be easy to beat them, and Futaba, hearing that, put one that scared the two of them a little. Meanwhile the Saiyan was walking around the house. He found Yakumo in the yard. Goku, now what is that girl doing there? And out of curiosity he went to see what he was doing. While Yakumo was a little distracted, she was surprised because the Saiyan spoke to her with his cold voice in her ear. Yakumo, wow, it seems that the guy who has no feelings came to see me. With a half-mocking voice. Goku just looked at her with the eyes of Ultra Instinct, making her shut up and afraid. Goku, I just came to see what you were doing here, nothing more. But then they were interrupted by Kurori, who was standing next to Natsuki. Kurori, ah, there they are. Goku just looked at them. But Natsuki and Kurori saw how their sister Yakumo was trembling and with a face that is rarely seen on her. Natsuki, now what have you done to Yakumo, Goku? Goku, well, just scare him a little so he respects his elders. Cold voice. Natsuki, well, that doesn't matter anymore, what matters is that we have to think of a strategy. Goku, well, I can take care of her. Natsuki, we don't know if you can take care of her, it would be very dangerous if we don't know if you can win. With a doubtful face. Goku, in his mind, these girls couldn't be more stupid, or more irritating. But then Natsuki began to explain Futaba's power and that it would be very difficult to face her. Natsuki, so you better protect yourself. As I finished saying that, A sound was heard near the place they were, and from that sound Futaba appeared with a look of wanting panties. "Futaba, I found some panties." With a voice that scared the girls. While Goku just watched as the girls were alarmed to see Futaba there, but then Natsuki and Yakumo prepared to fight. "Futaba, wow, a combination technique, but let's see if they can stand up to my holy sword." She started fighting against Futaba, while the Saiyan walked towards the warehouse and stood against the wall. Goku, in his mind, this is where one of the sisters is, and if I remember correctly she has many books inside. But suddenly Goku began to hear that sister's voice. "It seems you're not having fun with this." Goku just stared at the sister's presence. "Goku, well, it's boring because I don't see the point of these games." "Well, if you don't have a little fun, then you'll continue to be dragged into a world where everything is pure pain and suffering." Voice of wisdom. "Goku, you think that's going to change anything? Well, I'll tell you one thing. Goku, the world has people who steal what you have, even if they are faithful people or people who have been with you for a long time." Serious and cold voice. "Goku, that's what this world does to make you become a person you never wanted to be. Goku, that world you speak of is nothing compared to the betrayal or pain that the people you love most inflict on you. One that would freeze hell itself." The sister remained completely silent upon hearing that, and so did the girls who were there. Natsuki and her sisters were surprised by what the Saiyan said, but Futaba, seeing that she was distracted, hit Natsuki and stole her panties, but also sent her to where Goku was, causing him to collide with Goku, but not knocking down the Saiyan. "Futaba, that's what happens when you're distracted, Natsuki-chan." With Natsuki's panties on her finger, Natsuki quickly covered her private part so that Goku wouldn't see her, but the Saiyan just looked at Futaba with the eyes of Ultra Instinct and an unfriendly expression. Futaba was afraid of that expression, but she was hiding it. "Futaba, now I'm going for Goku-kun's." With an evil laugh. The Saiyan just stood there waiting for Futaba's move. But Futaba surprised him with a good luck charm so he wouldn't feel bad or alone and that he would always have their support. Goku just looked at the amulet they gave him and saw the girls who were a little traumatized by the game. "Misa, you were too serious about the game." With a drop of sweat on her head. "Futaba, sorry I got emotional." "Futaba, the game was for you to relax and get along with everyone, Goku-kun." "Futaba, and I'm sorry too Natsuki-chan, I gave her the gift first." Natsuki tried to sound like she didn't care who gave her the gift while her sisters kept her from doing anything crazy. Until he said one thing. "Natsuki, well, it's not a big deal, but you accepted us into your home, and we wanted to thank you." The Saiyan just continued looking at the amulet and remembered how the 4 new Dragon Ball was his amulet, along with the memories of when he was a child and lived with his grandfather. The Saiyan looked at the girls and gave them a small smile along with a word. "Goku, thank you." The girls could only smile at what the Saiyan said. Now at night. In the women's bathroom. Natsuki, Mutsumi, Kurori, and Yakumo were taking a bath to remove the sweat. Mutsumi, wow, so they gave the gift to Goku-kun. Mutsumi, it must have been perfect. Natsuki, it was terrible. Kurori, I had a lot of fun with Goku and Yaiken. Yakumo, well, he almost scared me to death. Mutsumi, what? Mutsumi, he almost scared you to death, he wouldn't be capable of doing that. So they were talking. Natsuki, in her mind, we worked hard to give you that gift, I hope you liked it. With a smile on her face. But then he thought about what he said at that moment when he was in the warehouse. Meanwhile with Goku who was in his room. Goku, wow, what a day I had, I can't live with people as easily as before. Goku, but at least I won't be alone from this day on. Looking at the amulet they gave him along with a small smile from the Saiyan. A few minutes later. Some of the sisters along with Goku were talking about the school festival and that in that festival everyone could level up easily and that it was a great opportunity. Misa, but the bad thing is that Father's Oracle is failing. Misa, so that will be a problem, haven't any of you seen anyone suspicious? All the sisters said they hadn't seen anyone suspicious, but the Saiyan had one person who was too, or literally suspicious at school. Goku, in his mind, that guy from the student council. Misa, and you Goku-kun, do you have someone in mind? Goku couldn't say who because Kurori and Yakumo interrupted in the room. So the sisters were talking, but then Natsuki said to Goku. Natsuki, looks like our salon will be making a maid cafe. With a smile. Goku, And what's important there? Natsuki, well. Father said that maid clothes are like combat suits. Goku, in his mind, these girls do believe everything their father tells them. Natsuki, school festivals are not part of the culture in Asgard. Natsuki, I can't wait to go to all the festival stores. With great excitement. But then Natsuki got a little depressed and said. Natsuki, well, I guess you're not interested in having a date at the school festival. Goku thought about it and said. Goku, and I'm also looking forward to that festival, it's been a while since I had a little fun. Looking at Natsuki and giving her a small smile. Natsuki was impressed by what Goku said and could only smile as well. Now in the morning at school. Natsuki was cleaning the windows but she saw how the Saiyan was scaring everyone with his murderous instinct along with his gaze. But suddenly Natsuki thought about whether she preferred Itsuyo or Mutsumi over her and other things that are not important. Meanwhile Yamada tried to get Natsuki's attention but he couldn't because she was immersed in her thoughts, until she finally reacted and scared Yamada, but Natsuki quickly apologized to him but Yamada jumped out the window, because Natsuki was so cute. After that, Natsuki's friends told her that they needed to do a demonstration to a member of the student council to get her to accept the idea. And so Natsuki ended up in a maid outfit and also a member of the student council appearing. Inukai, hi, I'm from the student council and I'm here to see the idea. Natsuki, due to her nerves, didn't greet people very well. But then Inukai fixed his gaze on the Saiyan, but the Saiyan returned the gaze, giving him a more serious look than normal and making Inukai afraid. Natsuki, what's wrong? Inukai only responded, but also praised Natsuki to gain her trust more. Inukai, in his mind, this is garbage, the worst is with one of the goddesses of Asgard. Then the Inukai was thinking stupidity while a Saiyan was with his guard up. Meanwhile, poor Natsuki was none the wiser. Inukai, so let's start with the inspection. So the one chosen as the client was Goku. Everyone in the room was saying he was an angel and a demon. Goku only looked at Inukai if he did something stupid. Natsuki gave a very nice greeting, which even made many men faint from her cuteness, but sadly she didn't get the Saiyan to notice her, or be impressed by that. Goku, okay. Hello? But also not going down the layer that Inukai can do. So Natsuki was trying to be a maid but the Saiyan just had a face like what the hell is going on here? Natsuki who was trying to get the cream to put in the ice cream. While a Goku who was still confused as to what was happening here but also alert to any movement from Inukai. But like every scene between the maid and the protagonist, Natsuki fell on top of Goku, distracting him for a few seconds, which Inukai used to take out a stone that made the students turn into demons. Goku, in his mind, shit, I just got distracted for a second. So Natsuki took out her level 1 sword and attacked the demons. Natsuki, how did the demons appear if there was no sign of any? Natsuki, or it's because of one of the accomplices of the evil gods. But Natsuki was distracted by seeing how Goku was dodging the demons and knocking out those demons. So they grabbed Natsuki's leg and the demon started licking it. Natsuki, save me, Goku. Goku, seeing this, somehow began to get angry at what they were going to do to Natsuki, but suddenly the whole atmosphere became tense and the pressure was present, all the demons began to tremble with fear, a look that reflected hell itself was in front of them and with a voice that would make the bravest cry. Goku, insect scum, now you're going to pay with your lives. The Saiyan at an enormous speed hit all the demon cores, leaving none. Goku looked at Natsuki. Goku, are you okay? Natsuki who was surprised. Natsuki, yes. Natsuki, thank you. But then Goku fixed his gaze on where Inukai was hidden and the demon trembled with fear at the sight. Inukai, in his mind, that Goku guy is too strong, but I don't think he's a match for me, especially since I already know what her limit is in human form. Now outside the school, Goku and Natsuki were walking down a path towards their house. Natsuki, what a problem it was today. Goku, now I have lost my training time. Natsuki, you only care about training, right? Goku was so quiet. Natsuki, you probably don't want to be with a girl like me who isn't pretty. Goku, but I think you're cute and beautiful. Natsuki just stood there and started blushing. Goku, are you okay? Do you have a fever? Natsuki, it's nothing. Goku, but. Natsuki, I said it was nothing. Started running. Natsuki, shut up. And don't follow me. Goku knew she wasn't angry with him, because he can sense whether she is angry or not. So the Saiyan just gave a smile as he went for Natsuki. Extras. Wow, Goku is changing. Today was the day of the school festival and a boy was selling food, but suddenly he bumped into someone. Boy, oh, sorry. But when the boy saw who it was, he was scared when he saw the cold gaze of the Saiyan and fell down in fear. The Saiyan saw that and walked with Yakumo to where the boy was, while the people put on a scared face when they saw that the Saiyan was there. Boy 2, he's the devil, and he's with a girl. He said it with fear. Boy 3, the girl is wearing a high school section uniform. Boy 4, stalking is kidnapping? Goku, in his mind, this is a bummer. Goku was already in front of the boy. The Saiyan raised his hand and the boy just asked to be forgiven, afraid that the Saiyan would do something to him. Goku, knowing that the guy was afraid of him, tried to be kind. Goku, don't worry, come, I'll help you. With a small smile and a soothing voice. The guy was surprised by the Saiyan's sudden change and instinctively shook his hand. So the Saiyan lifted him up so that the boy could then go on with his work. Yakumo was a little surprised at how the Saiyan changed his cold attitude to a friendly one for a few seconds. Goku, well, let's continue. Now with his cold voice again. Yakumo, okay, Oni-chan. With his face expressionless. While Goku and Yakumo continued walking, the Saiyan began to think. Goku, in his mind, well, it seems I'm already recovering a bit of my emotions, but now I have to have this stupid dating mission at the festival, but at least I can eat. But then Goku noticed the place they had to go, so the Saiyan told Yakumo to go there. Yakumo and the Saiyan arrived at the maid cafe, meeting Natsuki who was serving. Natsuki, it seems they arrived. Natsuki had her maid outfit on, so she looked like an angel. Goku, I only came because I'm hungry. Yakumo, me too. Natsuki, if so, then follow me, I'll give you a table. A while later the Saiyan next to Yakumo was at the table and Natsuki asked. Natsuki, please take your time. Goku, thank you. Giving a small smile to Natsuki. She blushed and quickly left the place. Goku, in his mind, what's happening to her now, or will she be mad at me? While Natsuki was red from that smile and then saw Goku who was with his cold face and looking at the menu. Now with the Saiyan. Goku looked at Yakumo. Goku, and what do you want to eat? Yakumo, anything, so choose quickly. Goku, okay, if that's what you want. Then Natsuki arrived to see what they wanted. Natsuki, so what do you want to eat and drink? Goku, I want the whole menu, and for Yakumo give him a noodle with squid soup. Natsuki had a drop because of what the Saiyan said about what she wanted to eat. Natsuki, you better take this. Natsuki gave him a cup with a couple's reed. Goku, but. Natsuki, don't worry, it's for me, and also that I'm Yakumo's older sister. Enthusiastically. Yakumo, I refuse, I don't want to drink from the same cup as Oni-chan. Goku, okay, your loss. The Saiyan was going to take it, but Yakumo spoke. Yakumo, yes I want to, but I want it this way. The Saiyan looked confused at what Yakumo said. But then Yakumo put his hand in the juice and said. Yakumo, suck my hand, so it'll be like we're drinking together. With a mocking smile. Goku just looked at Yakumo and said. Goku, I'm not as pathetic as other people to do that. With a serious voice that paralyzed Yakumo. Goku, you ruined what Natsuki-chan gave us by putting your dirty hand in the drink. The Saiyan grabbed the juice and was going to give it back, but accidentally the cup fell on Yakumo, wetting her completely. Yakumo seeing that started to take off his clothes and said. Yakumo, it seems I got wet, clean me up Oni-chan. With a mocking smile again. Goku just gave a sharp look at what he said. Goku, stop being so annoying, you're just an insignificant mortal. With a voice that would freeze all of hell. Everyone there was very scared by the voice the Saiyan made, along with that penetrating gaze that would penetrate the soul, but they also felt a murderous instinct coming from the Saiyan. Yakumo changed his expression to one of fear at the Saiyan's gaze. But out of nowhere Natsuki appeared to calm the atmosphere, and the Saiyan left his serious expression. Natsuki, Yakumo, don't take off your clothes just like that. Grabbing Yakumo and then putting something on him to cover himself. But then Futaba, Misa, and Karuri appeared. Futaba, it seems there are a lot of people. Misa, but because everyone is scared of something. Kurori, and what are you doing, Natsuki Nizan? Misa, yes, what are you doing? Natsuki, Misa Nizan and others, hello. While already having Yakumo in a ball to cover her. The girls saw Goku just standing there doing nothing. Misa, it was very difficult to get here. Eating something. Kurori, yes, very difficult. With joy and eating. But then the boys started saying why was Goku surrounded by girls and they thought it was blackmail. Goku was going to ignore everything the boys said, but he found something he didn't like at all. Boy, that damn demon has to die along with his entire family. All the boys supported him. But suddenly there was a huge killing instinct, along with a thirst for blood like never before. Goku, shut up, you insignificant scum. With everyone's terrifying voice along with a look that reflected hell itself. Everyone present fell silent upon seeing the Saiyan, and began to tremble with fear and fall, because the Saiyan began to put pressure on the environment. But all that went away because of a question from Futaba. Futaba, so Goku-kun, you will be Natsuki-chan's dance partner. Goku calmed down and replied. Goku, is there a dance? Futaba, yes, they say it's a special event where a boy and a girl hold hands to dance. Kurori, so it's a big event. Natsuki was getting nervous because of what Futaba and the rest of her sisters said. Until the Saiyan said. Goku, I wouldn't want to go and I would prefer to train, but I will do it for Natsuki-chan and I will go to the dance with her so that she always sees that smile on her, but the bad thing is that I don't know how to dance at all. Natsuki was surprised and blushed at what he said and quickly left without saying anything. The girls just smiled at how Natsuki acted. Natsuki who was in place. Natsuki, he'll do it for me, he said he'd do it for me. She was totally red from what the Saiyan said. But Futaba appeared behind her. Futaba, are you okay? Natsuki, why yes. Nervous. Futaba just smiled and said to him. Futaba, it seems that Goku-kun loves you too much to leave his training aside. Natsuki, upon hearing that, just blushed to the point of smoke coming out of her head. Natsuki, but more importantly, everyone is fine. Futaba then told Natsuki about Ichika being here and explanations that no one wants. Now with Goku. Goku was entering a haunted house with Misa and Kurori. When they were about to enter, the attendant welcomed them, but she quickly became scared when she saw the Saiyan. Inside the haunted house. The three of them were walking through the haunted house. Misa, this place looks so professional. Misa looked back, seeing that Kurori was trembling with fear and a Goku who was looking bored. Misa, what's wrong, Kurori? Kurori, I thought this was a snack house. With fear in her voice. Misa, obviously it isn't. Misa was going to grab Kurori's hand, but Goku grabbed it first. Goku, if you're afraid then, I'll be your protector. With a small smile and a voice that calmed Kurori. Kurori, yay. Goku and Yaiken will be my protector. While Misa was surprised at what the Saiyan did. After that they started walking. Misa, Goku-kun, you should be like that with other people. Goku, I don't understand. Misa, I'm talking about how you treated Kurori, that would make no one see you as a demon. Goku, well, I don't think I can. I still can't recover my emotions. I only recovered a part of them. Meanwhile, a person was upset to see that Goku was with a girl, so the boy started to scare Kurori. Kurori was watching ghosts, zombies, and spiders come out of the darkness. Seeing that, she ran away from the place, while Goku and Misa were confused about what happened. Boy, in his mind, I bet he'll be scared of this live eagle. But the eel got away from the boy, landing where Misa's were. Misa, Goku-kun, take it away from me. Goku in a quick movement took the eel from Misa and then the Saiyan ran away from the place with the eel in hand, knocking down the boy as he ran. In a strong one. The Saiyan left the eel in the fountain, but then Inukai appeared. Inukai, oh, hello Son Goku. Goku became serious when he saw him. Goku, what do you want? With a more serious voice than usual. Inukai, I just wanted to talk to you, since I only talked to you and the Sadame sisters. Goku, and what do you want to talk about? Inukai, well. So Inukai started talking about things that no one wants to hear, while Itsuyo and Natsuki were looking for Goku. Itsuyo, where is Goku-kun? Natsuki, that's what I'm asking too, I need him by my side. She said the last part in a lower tone so they wouldn't hear her. "Itsuyo, because you seem very happy." Natsuki, it's nothing, it's nothing." She said it somewhat embarrassed. Now with Goku and Inukai. "Inukai, it's just that. I'm hungry." With evil in his voice. Goku didn't say anything, but watched as a giant demon appeared at the school. In the meantime with the sisters. Misa, they found Goku. Natsuki, no. Mutsumi, so what happened to him? Itsuyo, I think he was captured by the enemy, but I can't believe they possessed the entire academy. Natsuki, I don't think Goku would be captured with how strong he is. Misa, that's true, but just in case, we'll look for it. Futaba, I'll look for him, you stay here, fighting the demon. They all nodded and so they all split up. Now with Goku. Inukai went to attack Goku, but the Saiyan dodged him without any problem. And so the two of them began to fight, while the girls entered the barrier to defeat the demon and leaving Natsuki outside to protect the entrance. Inside the barrier. Mutsumi, it's very big. Itsuyo, let's see if we get out of this alive. Misa, don't worry, together we will be unstoppable, just like the teacher said. Itsuyo, yes, but... Mas, remember what our teacher said, about the 3 important things we had to know. After that Misa told about what the teacher said. Now with Goku. Goku was fighting Inukai. Inukai, damn, stop moving so much. Goku, well, because you're very slow, like a turtle. Inukai, bastard. Inukai hit him harder but the Saiyan only stopped him with a finger. Inukai, nani. Goku with tremendous speed hit Inukai, sending him to the ground making a crater. Goku, get up, I know you won't fall with that. Inukai was getting up in a lot of pain. Inukai, you're too annoying, shitty human. Goku, I'll tell you one thing. Inukai, what? Goku, I'm not a human like you think. Inukai, that's impossible, unless you're a god of Asgard. Goku, I'm not a god like you say, I'm a Saiyan raised on Earth and the strongest mortal of all. Goku went to attack Inukai with thousands of punches, which Inukai could not dodge because of the Saiyan speed. Now we go with Natsuki. Natsuki was fighting the demons, but they were too much. Natsuki, damn, there are so many of them. Natsuki, she saw the entrance of the portal, seeing that she was going to be attacked by the demons. But before that could happen, some spears hit the demons. Natsuki, Captain. Ichika, sorry for being late. Natsuki, don't worry, you arrived on time. Ichika, I received a message from Misa. Ichika, it seems that Weakling was captured. Natsuki didn't say anything about what her sister said. Ichika, well since I'm here, let's take care of this, damn it. Natsuki, yes. But suddenly a person crashed into a wall at a gigantic speed. The guy came out of there and said. Inukai, damn Son Goku. The girls saw that he was one of the evil gods and were surprised by what he said. Goku, stop talking and fight, this is getting boring. Inukai got angry and started throwing balls of darkness, which the Saiyan simply hit with his hand. Inukai, impossible. Goku, you're pathetic. Goku appeared behind him to hit him in the back, sending him flying upwards, but then the Saiyan appeared above, hitting him with a hammer and then starting to fire key balls. The Saiyan then appeared below Inukai, only to break his back with another blow as Inukai came down. In the end the Saiyan prepared his most famous technique. Goku, this is for annoying. Goku, Kami, Hami, Ha. The Saiyan's attack hit directly towards Inukai while he only received the damage from the attack. The two girls were shocked by what the Saiyan did. Goku, this isn't over yet. So Inukai came out of the rubble, healing his wounds with the medicine he had. The two sisters were surprised by the attack that the Saiyan made. Natsuki, that's Goku-kun's power. Clearly amazed. Ichika was quiet and afraid when she saw the Saiyan's gaze. Ichika, in his mind, why am I so scared? Inukai stood up with enormous anger towards the Saiyan. Inukai, you are a mere human, how can you have so much power? With anger in what he said. Goku, I already told you, I'm not a human, I'm a Saiyan who was raised on Earth and the strongest mortal in the 12 universes. With a penetrating voice and some arrogance. Inukai, don't be arrogant. Inukai went to attack the Saiyan, But Goku at enormous speed hit him in the face and sent him into the wall. Inukai, in his mind, damn, he's too fast and excessively strong. Clearly annoyed at knowing that. Inukai, in his mind, but I don't think he can hurt his companions. With an evil smile. Goku, who was standing there, watching Inukai snap only to notice the controlled ones approaching. Goku, in his mind, that guy couldn't be more pathetic. The demons rushed towards the Saiyan to attack him. Goku defended himself from their attacks and with his speed he hit all the cores that were controlled. But more and more kept coming. Goku got angry seeing that there were still a lot of them, and with a key sphere he destroyed all the cores of the controlled ones. Inukai was angry that his plan didn't work and quickly went to attack the Saiyan who was looking at the unconscious bodies of his companions. Inukai, I got you. But his hand was grabbed by the Saiyan. Goku turned to look at him with eyes that made the gods themselves tremble. Goku, you're pathetic for using innocent people to try to kill me. Squeezing Inukai's hand tighter. Inukai, who was suffering from feeling like his hand was going to be torn apart. Inukai, bastard, let me go. Goku, okay. Hitting Inukai in the face. Inukai, who had crashed into the wall, got up very angry and said the following. Inukai, I'm tired of you humiliating me, you insignificant piece of shit that should never have been born, you're going to feel the power of an evil god. Inukai began to launch thousands of attacks at him, but the Saiyan did nothing and stood there, receiving all the attacks that Inukai threw at him. Forming a layer of dust that did not allow anyone to see what happened. Natsuki, Goku. Ichika, who was just watching with some concern for the Saiyan. Inukai, who was laughing like crazy seeing that all his attacks hit the Saiyan. Inukai, I finally killed you, son Goku. But suddenly a voice was heard in the cloud of dust. Goku, is that all you have? The cloud of dust disappeared, only to see a Saiyan who had no shirt and only had the bottom half. Goku, your luck runs out here, damn insect. With a voice from the grave. Goku released his Ultra Instinct aura, causing gravity to increase dramatically. Natsuki, I feel very heavy, like my body is carrying a mountain. She said it with effort. Ichika, damn, I can't move. Inukai fell to the ground due to the immense pressure that the Saiyan released. Goku at a gigantic speed hit him with a blow that made the two of them fly towards the walls of the school, breaking all the walls along with a trail of blue flames. Inukai, who was crashing into the school walls, was writhing in pain from the Saiyan's fist that was in his face. Goku could only be seen with a serious expression while he had his fist pressed against Inukai's face. When they reached the last wall, the Saiyan pushed off with more force and then sent Inukai flying out of the school. Inukai's condition was horrible, his skull was broken and his entire body was smashed by the walls and, worst of all, he was in the air about to fall to the ground, but he was saved by a person. Goku, apparently that insect had help. But suddenly Futaba appeared, surprised by what happened. Futaba, did you do this, Goku-kun? Goku, I'll explain it to you later, but first fix this, I have to go with Natsuki. Futaba said nothing and nodded. The Saiyan put his fingers on his head and then teleported to where Natsuki was. With Natsuki and Ichika. Natsuki and Ichika couldn't say anything when they saw what the Saiyan did. But after a while, a person's voice was heard behind him. Goku, I'm sorry for what happened. The two turned around to see the Saiyan who was standing there as if nothing he did happened. Natsuki was the first to react. Natsuki, you were fine, Goku-kun. With a little concern. Goku, nothing happened to me, but now the most important thing is your sisters. Natsuki, that's right, how did I forget that we need to help them? Ichika, who heard that, noticed that even more controlled people were coming. Ichika, you two go somewhere else, I have to take care of it here. The two nodded and left. Ichika, in his mind, I have to admit that the guy is not as weak as I thought. Elsewhere, more specifically in nursing. The two were taking off the clothes they were wearing along with their underwear. Goku, then it's just a matter of kissing deeply while we hug each other. Natsuki, don't say it like it's nothing. Goku, then we begin. Natsuki, but before that, we have to cleanse our bodies. Goku, why? Natsuki, so that I can feel every fiber of my skin and it will work that way. Goku, if you say so. Natsuki grabbed a sponge to clean the Saiyan's back. Natsuki, in her mind, her sword is very hard but also very soft, and it is very toned. Natsuki was blushing at the thought. Goku, you're done there. Natsuki, why yes. With a noticeable blush. Goku, what's wrong with your face? You look sick. Natsuki, it's nothing. Goku, if you say so. Natsuki, well now the front part. When the Saiyan turned around, he only saw that Natsuki turned even redder and a little blood was coming out of her nose when she saw the Saiyan's sculptural body so close next to what was below her. Goku, are you really okay? Natsuki, why yes. Natsuki was looking at the ground while cleaning the Saiyan. With the Satame sisters. They were fighting against the demon, but it was clear that the demon was superior to them. Misa, damn, he's too strong. Itsuyo was being attacked by the demon's tentacles. And the rest were distracting the demon so that her sisters could attack him. Mutsumi, hey, what do I do? I can't help them. Itsuyo, that's a lot of tentacles. A tentacle was going straight for her and Itsuyo couldn't do anything because she was dealing with other tentacles, but she was saved by her sister Misa. Itsuyo, thank you, Misa-one-sama. Crying comically. Misa, it's better when you put your other expressions. Now with Goku and Natsuki. Natsuki, I'm done. Goku, now we can start. Natsuki, no, I'm missing. With some embarrassment. Goku, okay. Natsuki, I'm warning you, if you do something weird I'll get really angry. A little nervous. Goku, what are you talking about? A little confused. Natsuki, you're welcome. So the Saiyan was cleaning Natsuki, while she was blushing upon feeling the Saiyan's gaze. Goku, it's cold. When the Saiyan finished he put the sponge aside and said to Natsuki. Goku, now let's start. Natsuki nodded. Here begins the succulent. Goku sat on a chair and then Natsuki sat on top of him. The two began kissing to the point of having a tongue fight, which made drool come out of their mouths while their naked bodies came closer. Natsuki hugged the Saiyan to bring their mouths closer together and for the tongue fight to continue. Natsuki, in her mind, I can't breathe, this doesn't seem like what the book said. The Saiyan read his mind and knowing that he used the power that he never used because he didn't need it. Goku summoned the book that gave Natsuki more vitality. Natsuki, my body feels hot. So the two began to kiss again and this time it was more passionate, and with more intensity until they fell off the chair, and then continued with the kiss that was making the Saiyan a little more excited and making the kiss more passionate. Okay, here ends the succulent part. Now with the Satame sisters. They were in a sphere made of threads by Misa to protect her sisters from the devil. Misa, I'm sorry for taking the thread from your clothes. Mutsumi, don't worry. The demon almost entered the sphere, but was stopped by a flashing sword. When the sisters looked, they saw Natsuki in her battle clothes but improved. Natsuki, this is your end. So the demon and Natsuki began to fight, while Goku was giving towels to the Satame sisters to cover themselves and not get cold. Here I don't want to say how the fight went, whoever saw the anime knows what happened. When Natsuki and her sisters were gathered together, thinking that everything was over and that everything was finished. Natsuki, that was a bit complicated. Misa, don't even mention it. But suddenly another portal opened to bring out another demon just like the previous one that Natsuki defeated. Somewhere else. It seems that it was true that the Son Goku was strong, that's why you asked for another demon similar to the one that girl defeated. With the Satame sisters. Itsuyo, another one. Mutsumi, now that we're doing it, we no longer have enough power to take charge. But before they could say anything else, they saw how the Saiyan stood before the demon. Misa, careful. The demon attacked the Saiyan with his tentacles. Goku did not move from the place and the best thing was that the Saiyan had grabbed the demon's tentacles with great force. Goku, I'm fed up with him messing around here. So Goku raised his hand to just say. Goku, before creation, comes destruction. Goku, Hakai. With a piercing voice. All the sisters could see how the demon disappeared without leaving any trace. Natsuki, what just happened? A little scared. They all said nothing to see what happened. The next day. In the beauty pageant. Boy, the winner of the beauty pageant is. Boy, Mutsumi. All the boys and girls shouted for the winner. While Natsuki and Itsuyo watched as Mutsumi was celebrating. Now somewhere else on the stage. Goku, congratulations Mutsumi. Mutsumi, yes, now I'll have to dance with you at the ball. Goku, but I'm going to dance with Natsuki. Mutsumi, what, They didn't tell me anything. Itsuyo, is that true, Natsuki? Natsuki, well, yes. A little blushed and with her head down. Natsuki, in his mind, he remembered that he was going with me. Excited and happy. Goku, so how did this happen? Mutsumi, well. So Mutsumi telling what happened, about Itsuyo saying that the winner of the beauty contest was going to dance with Goku. Changing memories, Goku could be seen randomly choosing the girl's clothes. For Natsuki he chose a cop outfit, but obviously she wasn't going to wear that. For Itsuyo he had to wear a fair outfit, and lastly it was Mutsumi who had to wear a police outfit. Mutsumi, and that's what happened. Goku, interesting. Mutsumi, so please dance with me. Goku, sigh, well. A little while later. Itsuyo and Mutsumi could be seen in a tree. Itsuyo, so I didn't want to dance with him. Mutsumi, yes, but I can't after what Goku-kun asked me to do. Very happy. Itsuyo, you are very simple. Mutsumi, I don't want to hear that from you, Itsuyo-chan. Now somewhere else. Natsuki was looking away. Natsuki, you didn't want to go with Mutsumi. Natsuki, in her mind, I can't look him in the face after what we did. Natsuki, in his mind, and it seems like nothing happened. Goku, well, as I promised, I was going to dance with you. Goku, I don't break promises. With a small smile. Natsuki, so that means you're only doing it for a promise. A little sad. Goku, but. Natsuki, I'm still growing, so you don't have to pay too much attention to Itsuyo and Mutsumi. Goku, I did it because I like you and you're one of the few people who never left me and you were always by my side no matter what happened. He said it with the greatest sincerity in the world. Natsuki was surprised by what he said and turned red as a tomato and smoke was coming out of her head. Goku, but I also want to know why he wants to go to the dance with me, if I'm not popular and I don't know how to dance either. Natsuki stood still. Natsuki, what do I say? I don't want to say because I love him. Goku read her mind and just smiled. Natsuki, well, to level up. Natsuki, baka. Natsuki, that's why you have to stay with us and help us level up. Without looking at the Saiyan and raising her hand for Goku to grab. Goku grabbed Natsuki's hand, then pulled her and kissed her on the mouth. Natsuki was shocked to see what the Saiyan did and blushed like never before. And then the Saiyan took her to go to the dance. Natsuki, wait, Goku-kun. Still blushing. But the Saiyan didn't listen to her and they went to the dance holding hands. At the dance you could see all the Sadame sisters dancing with each other, while Goku and Natsuki danced and many boys complained that Goku was with Natsuki. Natsuki didn't care what the boys said as she was happy to dance with the man she loves. Natsuki, thank you for being here with us, Goku-kun, and for coming into our lives. With a smile. Goku was surprised by what Natsuki said and he knew it was time to release more of his emotions. So the Saiyan told her something that surprised Natsuki. Goku, or rather, thank you for coming into my life, because without you I would be nothing right now. With a small smile, more noticeable than before. When the Saiyan said that, his hair began to change to black with silver highlights and his cold expression changed to a neutral one with a hint of happiness. All the students noticed that change in the Saiyan, being surprised by it and noticing that the Saiyan gave a smile. But the most surprised were the Sadame sisters who were surprised by the Saiyan's sudden change. Kurori, is that Goku and Yaikun? Misa, I don't know Kurori-chan. Kurori, and do you know if it's Goku, Futaba Nizan? Futaba, I don't know either Kurori-chan. Itsuyo, she now seems to have a smile instead of her cold expression. Mutsumi, in his mind, now he looks more beautiful with that smile. With Goku and Natsuki. Natsuki, are you Goku-kun? Goku, obviously it's me. With a bigger smile and an aura of kindness. After the school festival, the Saiyan asked everyone to gather in the dining room to tell them something. They were all confused as to what Goku wanted to talk about. After a while, all the sisters except Ichika and Shino could be seen in the dining room. Natsuki, what does Goku-kun want now? Misa, I don't know either. Itsuyo, it must be important for him to call everyone. Mutsumi, maybe because of his change. Natsuki, maybe, but you have to hear what he means. But suddenly a door opened, only to see a Saiyan arrive. Futaba, you arrived. Goku, well, are you all here? Kurori, Yes. Futaba, two sisters are missing. Goku, well if they don't want to come, then it's not my problem. With a cold voice. Natsuki, in her mind, it seems to still be cold, but it's not like before. Misa, so what did you want to talk about? Goku, you don't know about me, right? Mutsumi, well, we only met you when our father sent us here. Mutsumi, but why does Goku-kun ask? Goku, because I will show them my past. They were all surprised by what he said. Natsuki, but how are you going to do that? Goku, just follow my instructions. Itsuyo, but not that you're just human. Futaba, Itsuyo-chan, if I knew what Goku-kun did at school. Itsuyo, huh? Mutsumi, what did he do? Natsuki, well, he destroyed the entire school and beat up an evil god. Everyone was surprised by that. Itsuyo, you really did that, Goku-kun? Goku, sigh, well yes. Kurori, excited, wow, Goku is very strong. Goku, well, then you want me to show my past or what? They all nodded at what was said. Goku, then hold hands. They were all confused, but they still did what the Saiyan said. Natsuki, and why are we doing this? Goku, so everyone can see my memories. Misa, and how will you do it this way? Goku, you'll see, but now close your eyes. They all nodded and closed their eyes. Then the Saiyan closed his eyes, and thus made all the girls go to his mental space. Natsuki, where are we? Goku, they're in my mind. Mass, what? Mass, how? Goku, easy, use one of my techniques for this occasion. Futaba, wow, you still have many surprises Goku-kun. Smiling. Goku, well, less talk and more action. Goku, you're going to see my memories, but I won't be here so enjoy. Thus the image of Goku would disappear and Goku's memories would appear. The girls saw Goku's life and his old life, all the fights and exaggerated training that the Saiyan did to save his planet. In each saga, in each chapter of the Saiyan's story, different reactions could be seen. The beginning of the Saiyan's adventure. Natsuki, so this was Goku as a kid, he doesn't look anything like he does now. Misa, that is true. Mutsumi, he looks very cute as a child. A little red. Futaba, it's clear that she's very innocent. Yakumo, yes, I prefer that Goku over the current one. Mutsumi, Yakumo-chan, that's cruel. Against the Red Patrol. Natsuki, surprised, seriously, Goku as a child had so much power to confront a world organization. Mutsumi, but that Goku is too good to others. Mutsumi, something must have happened to her Goku to make him become like this. Itsuyo, we won't know until we see all of her memories. Misa, you better keep looking if you want to see that. The encounter with Milk. Itsuyo, what a vulgar girl, she dresses in clothes that are too daring. Clearly annoyed Natsuki, but Goku is very innocent, he hasn't even noticed her. Mutsumi, that's true. Itsuyo, but I can't stand a girl dressing like that. Natsuki, says the one who tries to seduce Goku-kun. Itsuyo, what did you say? Very angry Misa, stop arguing, you two, and let's get on with this. So she kept quiet and continued watching. The martial arts tournaments. Kurori, wow. Kurori, the fights are very amazing. Kurori, but Goku Nikons. Futaba, well, he's our Goku-kun, he always loved fights. Natsuki, he looks so happy, but how did he change to being so cold? Downcast. The fight against Piccolo Daimaku. Misa, since Goku is still standing after all that, he's barely a kid. Kurori, I can't see this. Hiding where Futaba is Yakumo, how pathetic he looks. Futaba, you shouldn't say that Yakumo-chan. The three sisters said nothing because of the concern and shock they felt at seeing that. The return of the Saiyan and the fight against Piccolo Jr. Natsuki, Goku grew too much, now he looks like a man. The last thing he said made her blush. The other sisters were almost the same, but they didn't say anything. But in the Piccolo vs Goku fight, they were very surprised by the level of confrontation that was taking place. Kurori, wow. Kurori, this is the best fight I've ever seen. Natsuki, seriously, Goku is human, someone like that wouldn't have that much power. Misa, I don't know if it is or isn't either. Milk and Goku's wedding. Itsuyo, that woman married Goku, because of a stupid promise. The rest didn't say anything, but he had a pain in his heart. The arrival of the Scions. Natsuki, so Goku is a Saiyan. Misa, from what I heard, that race was dedicated to ruling planets. Futaba, that's bad, but Goku isn't like that. At the end of Goku and Vegeta's fight. Mutsumi, that Vegeta guy was very strong, look at Goku-kun. Itsuyo, but why did you leave him alive? Natsuki, could it be because of his Saiyan blood? Misa, that could be the reason. The Emperor of Evil in the awakening of the legendary warrior. Natsuki, Goku won't be able to beat him. Worried Itsuyo, he can't die again. Equally worried Mutsumi, please don't lose Goku-kun. But they all saw how Goku's best friend was killed. Kurori, I don't want to see. Hiding again Misa, what's happening to Goku? They all looked at Goku, only to see his hair stand on end and a golden aura surround him along with overwhelming power. Goku gave a shout to release all his anger and transform into the warrior that all the Scions feared and admired. The legend that frightened the Emperor of Evil was now in front of him, the legendary Super Saiyan. All the girls were shocked and surprised to see Goku's change. Kurori, wow, Goku now has the same hair color as Natsuki Nizan. Natsuki, hearing that, turned red. And so they all saw how the Emperor of Evil was humiliated in the destruction of the planet Namek. The androids and the Cell Tournament. Futaba, Goku had a very serious heart condition. Misa, yes, but he was saved thanks to that medicine that boy Trunks gave him. Mutsumi, look, Goku-kun is going to fight first. This is how they saw the fight, Gohan's power and Goku's sacrifice. Some girls were crying over Goku's death and others were shocked by what happened. The 7 years in the Buu saga. Natsuki, Goku going to show his transformations? Misa, that's what he said. So the Saiyan transformed, but also surprising all the girls with the transformation of Phase 3. Mutsumi, Goku-kun is scary with that phase. Misa, say it, say it. After a while they saw how Goku launched the most powerful Genkidama he had ever created at that time, towards the most feared enemy of that era. They were all surprised to see the magnitude of that Genkidama, but they did not expect to believe that a single person was defending his entire universe without receiving anything in return. Natsuki, now I still wonder if that really is Goku. He's not cold like now, instead he's kind, loving, and a little clumsy. Mutsumi, I'd like to know too. Mutsumi, but we'll have to wait. The god of destruction appears and the divine phase awakens. Natsuki, that's the god of destruction, but you can't feel his power. Itsuyo, I don't think he's stronger than our father. With a little annoyance. Futaba, you're wrong Itsuyo-chan. Remember what her assistant said. Itsuyo, and what was it? Futaba, he said, he is the god of destruction of this universe, he is in charge of balance by destroying planets that break the balance of his universe. Misa, that means that God has enough power to destroy the entire universe. Mutsumi, but Goku-kun is going to face him now. After saying that, they noticed that Goku was performing a ritual that made the planet witness the appearance of a legend even older than the legendary Super Saiyan. Natsuki, is that Goku-kun? Itsuyo, her power is no longer felt. Mass, they are about to start. And so the girls watched the fight that almost destroyed the entire universe. Mutsumi, Goku-kun's power is terrifying. Misa, the bad thing is that he lost against that god. The resurrection of Frieza. Futaba, that Freezer guy will never stop bothering me. Misa, I say the same. But now Goku-kun now has more power than before and a new transformation. Natsuki, but we still don't know why Goku-kun is like that and why he had silver hair and that emotionless look. Itsuyo, there's still a lot to see, so we'll have to wait. The tournament of Universe 6 and 7, and the appearance of the King of All. Natsuki, now I think that we would be ants against an entire universe, if we faced Goku right now. Misa, that may be true, the current levels are absurd. The speed was tremendous. If it weren't for these being memories then they would be moving at an exaggerated speed. Mutsumi, wait, who is that? Pointing to a small person with 2 guards with him. Itsuyo, I don't know, but the gods of destruction are trembling at your presence in the tournament. But they could see how Goku approached the King of All without any fear. Natsuki, I think Goku is a little stupid and very innocent. With a drop of sweat on his head. But Natsuki saw the Saiyan's wife, who was glaring at Goku. Natsuki, in her mind, why is she so angry? Black and Zamasu. The whole story was normal, But Milk didn't talk much with Goku, and when she saw him she got angry for some hidden reason, and when Goku spoke to her she became more aggressive than usual. Only Natsuki suspected something like that, while the rest hated Milk like never before, but they couldn't complain since she was the Saiyan's wife. The Tournament of Power. The girls were speechless when they saw the overwhelming fights that took place in the tournament, but what impressed them most was the state of controlled Ultra Instinct that the Saiyan released. Misa, but Goku-kun was in that state when we met him. Futaba, now I understand why he is cold and emotionless. But Natsuki knew that wasn't what made Goku not trust people. Itsuyo, those two break the limit of power, a fight that will exceed all our expectations. Mutsumi, Goku looks great without his shirt and with that quality aura. Excited. Upon hearing that, they all looked closely at the Saiyan, and they also got excited and blushed when they saw that it was true. But they also did not leave the monstrous fight they were watching, a mortal who reached the level of the gods and a Saiyan who awakened a power that not even the gods themselves can dominate. And the least expected ending of all. What happened? It had been 3 years after winning the Tournament of Power. Goku had already mastered and perfected the state of Ultra Instinct, but no one expected such a great one to appear. You could see how all the warriors from each universe were on the ground with many wounds, but there was one person, a simple warrior who wanted to become strong and face the most powerful. He was the only one standing. Goku, damn Daishinkan. Goku, why are you doing this? Daishinkan, I was tired of the stupid things the king of all did, so when I gained enough power, I rebelled against him. Goku, very angry, I won't forgive you, damn Daishinkan. Goku saying that released a new power that was made by the divided energy of the king of all. Goku, with the power of my fallen friend, I will destroy every piece of the south. Goku and Daishinkan were fighting at the limits of their powers, but you could see the absurd difference between the great priest and the Saiyan. Daishinkan, how strong are you? The king of all didn't have that power. Goku, this is what happens when a Saiyan reaches absolute divinity. Goku, I became the being who is above the king of all. And so Goku eliminated Daishinkan with the power of the king of all. All the girls couldn't believe that Goku had now reached the peak of creation. But they could see how Goku healed everyone and revived the kings of everything. Goku, what? Goku, do you want me to keep this power? Zeno-sama of the present, yes, we will recover our power after resting for a few days. Zeno-sama from the future, you, and if something like that happens again, then we will need your help, because now with that power you are the strongest being in this multiverse. Goku understood what was said, and so he, along with his friends and children, left the place, leaving the two kings completely alone. Zeno-sama from the future, this isn't over yet, right? Zeno-sama of the present, no, it's just beginning. Now with the Saiyan. He was returning home with his children helping him, because the power he received was not yet accustomed to his body. Gohan, Dad, go a little slower, your body is in very bad shape. Goten, yes, Dad. Goku, don't worry, I'm totally fine. With a smile. But Gohan and Goten could feel a presence that was next to their mother. Gohan, in his mind, who will be with Mom? Goku, okay, let's go in. Goten, because I have a feeling something bad is going to happen. Goku was walking towards his room, hoping to see Milk asleep. Note, Goku couldn't feel that presence that was with Milk because his energy was still unstable. Goku upon entering, could see something he never wanted to see in his entire life. Goku, what are you doing, Milk? Milk and the subject heard the voice, and fixed their gaze towards the place where they heard the voice. The children arrived where their father was, only to see that their mother was cheating on her with a man who obviously had a lot of money. Gohan, my mother was unfaithful to my father. Surprised. Goten just started crying when he saw that. Goku had his head down. Milk, laughing, this is what happens to you for not bringing money home and leaving such a beautiful woman alone. Gohan, in his mind, my mother became a scum of a person who only thinks about money, without knowing that my father just saved the entire multiverse. Goten was going to attack his mother because of the anger he had. But he stopped when he felt a power grow in an exaggerated way, destroying the house in doing so. Goku, damn scum of a woman. Goku activated Ultra Instinct, and in the blink of an eye, he had both of their heads in his hands. So Goku mentally tortured them to the point of leaving them with broken minds. Goku, this is what you deserve for a few insignificant pieces of shit. With an ultra-grave voice. Goku, with the power of the kings of all, erased his own wife and the subject of the phase of the multiverse, with no possibility of rebirth or revival, not even with the Super Dragon Balls. After that, Goku started to cry like he had never cried before while the rain fell on his face, and the Saiyan said, "Goku, with a broken voice, why did you do it? I do love you. Did you never love me as I was? Were my efforts in vain?" His children felt bad seeing how their father was broken inside. The girls couldn't take it anymore and started to cry when they saw that scene. But they switched to another memory, which was when Goku decided to be reborn. "Goku, I will be reborn in a new world where I can be at peace." With a cold voice. Goku had already activated his mastered Ultra Instinct. "Gohan, Dad, before you go you can make us a promise." "Goku, and what is it?" Trying to be less cold, but it was impossible at that time. The two sons noticed this, and were saddened to see that their cheerful and friendly father had completely changed. "Gohan, that you help the people who love you even though you are like this, and that you protect the new world you go to. Goten, have a normal life. And Goku, so what?" "Goten, better forget it, Dad." Goku didn't say anything and was going to leave, but without first using his mind-reading power to find out what his son meant. Goten, in his mind, I can't tell him that if an important girl to him really falls in love with him, he should accept her feelings. Goten, in his mind, I don't want to see my dad like that again. Sadly. Goku understood that and said in a low voice, "Goku, I'll try." The girls were surprised by what the Saiyan son said, and they turned their attention to Natsuki, who was even redder. But before the Saiyan entered the portal, an angel told him something. "Whis, Lord Goku, one day this multiverse will need your help again, so don't neglect your training and master the power that the King of All gave you." Goku nodded and entered the portal. That's where the story of the Saiyan ends. When they all came back you could see tears in their eyes. And the Saiyan said, "Goku, you've seen everything, right?" They all nodded. "Goku, now you know who I am and why I'm so cold." Nobody said anything, but Natsuki asked. "Natsuki, because you showed us your memories." "Goku, so you can know that you now have my trust and that you are part of my new family." Smiling. They were all happy to know that she now had the Saiyan's trust, but then they began the bombardment of questions. The Saiyan had a drop of sweat on his head because of that. Goku was walking around the house. Goku, in his mind, I wonder what's there to eat, I'm still hungry. But Goku stopped when he saw that some of the sisters were in a kokatsu. Goku, what are they doing? With his cold tone, but a little more friendly. Misa, nothing, we just have muscle pain after the festival. Goku, aren't their bodies that strong? Itsuyo, says the one who has the power to destroy everything. Misa, Itsuyo-chan is right. Goku, then why don't we have dates to strengthen them? Misa, but... He couldn't finish because Mutsumi and Itsuyo started telling Goku that they want to go on that date. Goku, in his mind, this is going to be a problem. Natsuki, seeing that her sisters wanted to have a date with the Saiyan, also stood up to tell him that she wanted one too. Goku, in his mind, they are very noisy. But a voice saved Goku from the girls. Kurori, I finished my new invention. Mutsumi, and what did you invent, Kurori-chan? Kurori, a doctor's team. Goku, and why did you create that? Kurori, well. Kurori was interrupted by her sister Futaba. Futaba, I'll explain that. The sisters, Futaba One-Eason? Goku, so what's the doctor's team for? Futaba, it will help us recover after a battle like the one at the festival. Misa, wait. Misa, you're saying that Goku-kun is going to be the doctor and we're going to be the patients. Misa, then he'll have to check and touch our bodies. Futaba, well yes. Misa, I refuse. The other sisters supported Misa. But one person changed everything. Goku, I'll do it. Goku, let's play doctor. They were all shocked to hear that from the Saiyan. Natsuki, Goku-kun, why do you accept that you didn't care about these things? Goku, I wanted to do something more than just training, and it would be best if I spent some time with you. With a smile. The sisters blushed at the sight of that smile. Misa, in her mind, seeing that smile so close is better than when we saw it in her memories. Natsuki, in her mind, because my heart beats so much when I see that smile. Goku, well, we'll try it tomorrow, so rest. Goku left the place like any self-respecting man, leaving everyone present blushing and thinking about his smile. The next day. Goku, this doctor suit is too tight on me, I wish it could be a little bigger. Sighing. Goku, but well, nothing can be done. Futaba, then, I guess I'll be the first. Futaba, I'm in your hands now, doctor. Goku, okay, but what do I have to do? Futaba, just checking up on us. Goku, okay, then let's start by checking your chest with the stethoscope. Goku was going to put the stethoscope on her, but Futaba lifted her shirt. Futaba, I think it's better if I take off my shirt. Goku, as you wish. So the Saiyan began to examine every part of Futaba's face. Futaba blushed as she felt the Saiyan's hand moving all over her body. Futaba, wow Goku-kun, I didn't know you liked reviewing so much. Goku, I didn't understand that, but I can tell you're in good health. Futaba, then I'm leaving. Bye. Futaba quickly left the place. Goku, confused, what the hell happened to him? Goku, your turn Misa-san. Goku, let's start by taking off your clothes. Misa, blushing and angry, I'm fine, I don't need a checkup. Goku, if you don't take it off, then I will. Goku with his speed took off all of Misa's clothes. Misa, seeing how he was, screamed too loudly. Misa, blushing, why did you take my clothes off? Goku, because you didn't want to take it off, but I don't understand why you worry about that. Goku, more than I have to check you. Misa, okay, then let's get this over with quickly. Goku, as you wish. Goku started putting cream on Misa's back. Misa, what is that? Goku, don't even ask me, because I don't even know what it's for, I just saw that it was something Kurori did. So the Saiyan was putting the cream all over her body, while she blushed and at the same time got excited because of it. Goku, I think that's all, you can go now. Mass, good. Misa, in her mind, Goku-kun didn't have a shred of shame in doing that to me, is he really as innocent as in his memories? Itsuyo, smiling, I'm ready for anything. Goku, then. Goku activated the analyzer. Goku, I need a urine test. Grabbing a glass. Itsuyo, what? Goku, I don't want to bother you, but let's be quick. So Itsuyo went to a corner to do what was asked. A moment later. Itsuyo, I'm done. Goku, okay, then give it to me so I can do the analysis. Itsuyo, embarrassed, what the hell are you talking about, Goku-kun? Goku, as you heard, give me the glass. Itsuyo, but. Goku, give me the glass. The Saiyan's gaze became more terrifying than usual and a murderous instinct was felt in the room. Itsuyo ran away from the place when she felt the Saiyan's killing intent. Goku, I think I went a little too far with that. Goku, good for you Mutsumi-san, it will be a cavity check. Mutsumi, okay. Mutsumi, in his mind, okay it will just be a dental checkup, I hope he doesn't have bad breath. Goku, then open wide. This is how I start the dental checkup. Goku was looking all over the mouth, but the Saiyan wanted to see deeper inside. Mutsumi was getting excited feeling how the Saiyan was touching him and he also blushed seeing the Saiyan's face up close. Goku, okay, you have no problem, so you can go now. But Mutsumi was excited to the limit, to the point of drooling from the examination. Goku, are you okay? Mutsumi didn't say anything, and just ran out of the place and said. Mutsumi, blushing, if I knew you were going to do that then you would have turned off the lights. Goku, that's what he gave her. Goku, let's see, it will be for you. Natsuki, what will it be? Goku, I'll take 3 measures so take off your robe. He couldn't finish after dodging a blow from Natsuki. Natsuki, embarrassing. Natsuki, stop dodging me. Goku, in his mind, another one that I will have to apply the technique to. Goku took off Natsuki's clothes at top speed. Natsuki, At that moment, a scream of colossal levels could be heard. A little while later. Goku, you've calmed down now. Natsuki, no, how dare you take off my clothes? Goku, and what's wrong with not having clothes on? Natsuki blushed at the Saiyan's comment. Natsuki, in his mind, seems cold, but he is very innocent about these topics. Goku, then let's begin. Natsuki, let it be quick. Goku, wow, your underwear is very pretty. He said this while taking the measurements. Natsuki blushed at the Saiyan's comment. "Natsuki, I'm glad you like it, I put it on just for you." She said it in a low voice so the Saiyan wouldn't hear it. Goku could hear what he said, only to respond. "Goku, oh, thanks for that Natsuki-chan." Natsuki exploded at that moment. From embarrassment. And the Saiyan had to dodge many blows from Natsuki. In the end she left the room blushing, while a Saiyan did not understand at all what happened. "Goku, for you it will be the temperature." "Yakumo, then I have to put this in my armpit." "Goku, as you wish." Yakumo took off his clothes, while the Saiyan just waited for him to finish. "Yakumo, you know it's better if you check with your own hands." Yakumo was trying to make Goku excited or embarrassed, but the Saiyan had a face that reflected nothing. "Goku, are you done or what?" "Yakumo, you're boring, I'm leaving." So Yakumo left the place. "Goku, this was really weird." "Kurori, so you couldn't check them all?" "Goku, I don't know, they just ran away from the place or wanted to kill me after doing something." "Goku, everything was very strange." "Kurori, I see, then I have no choice but to." "Kurori, use this." Kurori pressed a button, causing a yellow aura to emerge from the suit the Saiyan was wearing. "Goku, this aura seems like that of the Super Saiyan." "Kurori, it's that I based it on her." "Goku, interesting, but what is it for?" "Kurori, well, it will give you the capacity of 100 doctors in one." "Goku, it won't explode, right?" "Kurori, I think so." When he said it, smoke came out of Goku's suit. "Kurori, oh no, it's overheated." "Goku, so it's going to explode?" Kurori nodded. Goku, in his mind, damn, this suit is too tight, I can't take it off. Goku, in his mind, I'll have to get out of here so I don't hurt Kurori. So the Saiyan teleported outside the house, more specifically in his yard, where the three sisters were sitting. "Natsuki, what are you doing, Goku-kun?" "Mutsumi, why are you getting smoke?" "Itsuyo, why are you walking away?" When he was about to approach, the Saiyan exploded. They all worried about the Saiyan and Kurori arrived at the place, or rather they all came to see what happened. When the smoke cleared, everyone present blushed bright red. "Goku, at least I'm very resistant, although my clothes couldn't withstand the explosion." Goku was totally naked. Mutsumi and Itsuyo fainted as they could no longer bear to see the Saiyan's toned and muscular body. And the others had a trickle of blood running from their noses. The next day, Misa was getting out of her bed. "Misa, I'm hungry." Opening the door to her room only to find. "Itsuyo, eat this, you'll like it a lot." Goku, okay, I don't refuse free food. Goku ate Itsuyo's food in just 1 second. "Itsuyo, tastes good?" Goku, it tastes good, but stop bothering me, I have to go train. So Goku left with his teleportation from the place. Itsuyo was a little disappointed by the Saiyan's response, but Misa interrupted her. "Misa, don't rush, remember that he doesn't recover all his emotions." Misa, more than barely recovered a part of her emotions. "Itsuyo, I know that." Misa, so. But she was interrupted by a question from Itsuyo. "Itsuyo, Misa-san, can I ask you something?" So the two of them started talking about romance and things from the past. Meanwhile with the Saiyan, Goku was training like he always did. "Goku, I have already fully mastered the power that was given to me, but I don't know why I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen and this power will not be enough to defeat the enemy." "Goku, I'll have to keep training to avoid that." A little while later, Goku was with Misa. "Goku, so you have to fold all these clothes?" Misa, well yes. Goku, wow, that's a lot. Mass, because it belongs to the whole family. Goku, interesting. Goku, but what about that? Is it the stuffed animal you're making for Natsuki? Pointing at a giant stuffed animal. Mass, yes. Misa, I always made stuffed animals for her since she was a child. Misa, also, now that he's been fighting since we arrived from Midgard. Misa, this is the least I can do. Goku, I see. After that Goku and Misa stayed in the room for a while. Goku was fixing the clothes, while Misa was making the stuffed animal. Goku, wow, there are a lot of clothes. He was looking at Natsuki's underwear. Goku, in his mind, I think I'll use a little speed on this. Goku stood up, alerting Misa. Misa, Goku-kun, what are you going to do? But he only saw Goku disappear and appear at full speed with his clothes arranged. Misa, in her mind, it seems her speed helps her in this situation. With a drop of sweat on her head. Goku, I'm done. Misa, wow, you're fast. Goku, at least I can do the housework. Misa, then you can help me find the wrong thread, it's in a blue box. Goku, okay, I'm done with my thing anyway. So the two began to search, but Misa was a bit embarrassed to have the Saiyan so close to her. Misa, in her mind, damn, I've never been this close to him for so long. Goku, where is that box? Misa, in her mind, but he feels so warm up close. Unconsciously hugging his arm. Goku, I found it. Goku saw Misa, who was lost in her mind and hugging his arm. Goku, Misa-san? Misa, huh? Misa, what happened? Goku, nothing, just that I found the box, but why are you hugging me? Misa noticed what she was doing and quickly took off with a massive blush. Goku, okay, that was weird, but here is the box of threads. So the two of them were in the room without making a single noise. Misa, in her mind, I can't look at his face after doing that. Blushing as she remembers what happened. Goku was lying on the ground thinking about things. Goku, in his mind, I should go train. But his thoughts were interrupted by someone. Misa, damn, something went wrong. Goku, what happened? Goku approached Misa, but she became nervous when she saw that the Saiyan got very close to her. And by accident he got tangled up with Goku. A little while later, after solving the accident. Misa, sorry for the inconvenience, Goku-kun. Goku, don't worry. Goku, I still like helping them, after all they are the only people who accepted me when I was colder and without any feelings. With a smile. Misa, in her mind, it's true, Goku-kun had a difficult life since he was a child, and when he was reborn in this world, he was alone and without anyone to support him. With a sad face. Later. Misa, here is the stuffed animal you wanted, Natsuki-chan. Natsuki, thank you, Misa One-eason. Misa, better said, thank you for your effort. Goku smiled seeing that Natsuki was happy. But Misa called him. Goku, what happened? Misa, well, this one's for you. Showing her a small stuffed animal. Goku, and why did you do that to me? Misa, I did it to thank you for getting involved in the fights we have against the demons. With a smile. Goku, then I thank you for the gift, Misa-san. With a smile too. So Misa left, leaving Natsuki watching what they gave Goku. Goku, in his mind, I'm going to protect everyone, no matter what happens. Looking at the stuffed animal they gave him. A package had arrived at our protagonist's house. Futaba was the one holding the package. Kurori, what do we receive? Futaba, shipping from Valhalla. So the guests opened the box, only to find food products and a special letter. A little while later. All the sisters were gathered together. Talking about a strategy to attack the demon that will appear tomorrow. Misa, so you're not giving up yet? Yakumo, I have dreams. Futaba, as always, I wanted Natsuki-chan to fight, but Natsuki-chan, can you transform for us? Natsuki, huh? Why yeah. Natsuki went to where Goku was sitting. Natsuki, in her mind, we haven't kissed since the school festival. Goku, then. But he couldn't finish when he received a kiss. Natsuki for some strange reason did not transform. Natsuki, in her mind, huh? I can't transform. Natsuki, in her mind, why? Natsuki, let's try again. Goku, okay. He had a totally neutral face. Natsuki kept trying, but to no avail. Natsuki, in her mind, damn, why? Natsuki, in her mind, maybe it's like that time. Goku, Natsuki? But the Saiyan was surprised by a Natsuki who grabbed his face and began to kiss him passionately. While they were kissing, a tongue fight was breaking out. Some of the sisters blushed at seeing that scene. Futaba, you can stop kissing him now. Natsuki stopped kissing him upon hearing that. Mutsumi, because it's always Natsuki-chan. It's not right. Eteyo, Natsuki. I can't believe it. Natsuki, no, this is. Futaba, as I thought. Futaba, Kurori-chan, is what I asked for ready? Kurori, Of course. Showing a tablet. They all went to look at the tablet, only to be surprised that it showed the levels of each of the girls. Kurori, this tablet is a gift for you. Giving the tablet to the Saiyan. Goku, thank you. Giving a smile to cheer the girl up. Goku looked at what was on the tablet, while Itsuyo and Mutsumi discussed their levels. Goku, but what does AP mean? Futaba, upon hearing the Saiyan's question, explained that it was the AP. Goku, interesting, but I don't have AP. Mass, remember that you are from another world and have another type of divine energy. Goku, well, but then how much AP would I have? Misa, do you think that tablet can calculate your AP? Futaba, I think I'd explode if I tried. Goku, hee hee hee. Goku, but one question, why is Natsuki's AP at 0? Futaba, it must be because of something intense that happened at the school festival. Mutsumi and Itsuyo were alarmed when they heard something intense happen. Mutsumi, intense. Mutsumi, alarmed, Natsuki-chan, explain yourself? Itsuyo, also alarmed, I can't believe it. Natsuki, it was out of my control. Mutsumi and Itsuyo, Natsuki. So the three of them remained discussing the subject. Misa, so? Who's going to fight the demon? Misa, we don't have a decent attacker. Futaba, you're right. Goku, what if I do it? Misa, it's true that you can easily finish off that demon, but we need the girls to learn how to face a demon. And also because this chapter would be very short. Goku, well, if you say it that way, then I'll just take care of them if something bad happens. Futaba, thank you Goku-kun. Goku, you don't have to thank me, I'm just looking after my family. With a smile. Futaba, seeing that, also smiled. Futaba, so the ones who'll go fight the demon will be Futaba, Yakumo-chan and Mutsumi-chan. The next day, at a photo shoot. Mutsumi was sitting on a rock, while photographers took pictures of her. Goku and Yakumo were holding hands and sitting on a bench, waiting for Mutsumi. Goku, in his mind, this mission is very boring, I just have to hold her hand for an hour. Goku, in his mind, well while we wait, I'll be training mentally. Goku, in his mind, though, because I feel several presences of familiar people near here. Meanwhile, Misa, Itsuyo, Natsuki, and Kurori were watching from afar what was happening. Itsuyo, will those two be okay? Misa, you shouldn't be looking at them so much. Misa, if not, they'll discover you even in that disguise. Itsuyo, I'm just worried. Natsuki, hearing that, thought about what Goku asked her. Flashback. Natsuki, do you want to know what Yakumo is like? Goku, well yes, since he always behaves in a very hateful way with me. Natsuki, I think he's behaving this way because of your cold attitude or because you already gave him the scare of his life. Goku, really? Natsuki, that's what I think. End of flashback. Natsuki, in her mind, please Goku, don't be so cruel to her. Meanwhile with the Saiyan. Yakumo noticed that the Saiyan had his eyes closed and was concentrating. Yakumo, are you there? Goku stopped concentrating and opened his eyes to answer the girl. Goku, yes I am here, but I was in my mental training. Yakumo, you don't have to tell me you're mentally training. Yakumo, just with him being here, it was enough. Goku, in his mind, this girl is going to be a problem. Yakumo, and I also don't want to have your disgusting hand in mine anymore. Letting go of his hand. Goku, huh? Goku, serious, so why were you holding my hand? Yakumo, out of boredom. Goku, we would never have held hands for that. Giving a piercing look. Yakumo was a little scared when he saw her look. Goku, in his mind, I don't think I can stand this anymore. But suddenly a person spoke behind him. Yamada, it was worth skipping the club to see her. Goku, and what are you doing here? Still with his piercing gaze. Yamada quickly ran away from the place because of the fear he felt. Goku, oops, I think I should have calmed down earlier. Yakumo, see what you do. Goku, don't blame me, you are the one who caused this. Yakumo, if you blame me so much, why don't you just unite your powers to give energy to Natsuki? Goku, in his mind, damn, I forgot about that, I'll have to make up an excuse. Goku, because I want you guys to participate in the battles too. The answer the Saiyan gave did not convince the girl, but she said nothing more. A while later, Mutsumi had finished her photoshoot and was resting on a bus. Mutsumi, I still can't stand being around so many people. Mutsumi, but since Natsuki-chan can't fight right now, we have to do our best. Mutsumi took a photo of Goku when he still had silver hair and a more serious look. Mutsumi, our last date got really weird, but this time it did. Mutsumi, Goku-kun and I, will have a proper kiss. Mutsumi was about to kiss Goku's picture, but the door suddenly opened, scaring Mutsumi and crushing the picture. Yakumo, Mutsumi, we'll go in. Mutsumi, very nervous, and what are you two doing here? Goku, well, some things happened that I don't want to say. Mutsumi, what kind of things? Goku, I said I don't want to talk about it. Yakumo, well, you better start preparing, Mutsumi Nizan. Mutsumi, huh? A change of clothes later. Mutsumi could be seen wearing a very revealing swimsuit. The mission was a private session with an idol for 30 minutes. Goku, then I have to use this camera. Yakumo, yes. Mutsumi, can I wear other clothes? Goku, there's no time, I feel like a dark presence is approaching. Mutsumi, then I have no choice, let's start the photoshoot. And so the Saiyan was taking pictures of Mutsumi, but Yakumo joined in making it more exciting to look at. Goku, like every man he is, remained completely calm and took photos without caring what pose they made. But at that time, the devil appeared. Goku, in his mind, he's already here. Somewhere else. The demon was attacking, and people were running away in fear. This demon had a katana as a weapon. But two people came to attack the demon. Futaba, it seems the interference is still affecting the Oracle. Futaba, however, I'd like to survive until those three arrive. Futaba, Ichika One-sama, do you think we can defeat him? Ichika, Futaba, don't talk so much. Ichika, don't let your guard down. Dodging a slash from the demon. Meanwhile with the Saiyan and the two girls. Mutsumi, damn, we're just in the middle of the date. But Mutsumi heard Goku's voice saying something. Goku, you know what, I'll make them transform myself. And in a quick movement, Goku kissed Mutsumi and then Yakumo. So the two girls transformed and immediately went to where Futaba and Ichika were fighting the demon. Yakumo, you too. Looking at Futaba and Ichika. Mutsumi, leave the rest to us. Mutsumi, Onigoku's demon exhaustion strategy. Mutsumi and Yakumo, initiated. When they said that a barrier formed. After the barrier appeared, Mutsumi, Yakumo, and Goku were running away from the demon and distracting him. Mutsumi made Yakumo fly, while Goku simply flew without help or wings. Goku, in his mind, the most absurd strategy I've ever seen, but I won't do anything if it's not necessary. After the Saiyan thought that, they had to escape from the demon many times and hide many times too. Outside the barrier. Natsuki was worried about her sisters. Misa, you don't have to worry, Goku is with them. Natsuki, I know, but I'm still worried. Goku and the two girls were hiding somewhere in the place. Goku, so what do we do? The enemy hasn't weakened much yet. Goku, and you guys are tired. Mutsumi, you don't have to worry, we're fine. Goku, you really don't want me to take charge? Mutsumi, we don't need your help yet, we can do it alone. Yakumo was silent, but heard a sound below them. Yakumo, watch out. It's upon us. And when Yakumo said that, the demon appeared from the ground. Yakumo quickly used his ability to weaken the demon. The demon attacked and attacked, but Goku and the girls dodged all the attacks. Everything was fine, until an arrow hit the demon. Goku, in his mind, shit, I didn't notice that person. The demon was going to explode. Goku, in his mind, damn, I have to protect them. So our protagonist at maximum speed hugged the two girls to protect them from the explosion. Mutsumi, what are you doing, Goku-kun? Yakumo didn't say anything, but she was surprised that the person who insulted and belittled her was protecting her. One explosion later. The girls were a little hurt, but they weren't very serious injuries. Mutsumi, very worried, Goku-kun, are you okay? Goku said nothing, and slowly stood up. The place felt heavy and a thirst for blood made the demon tremble. Goku, cold voice, this ends now. Goku didn't have the top part of his clothes on. Yakumo, why? Yakumo, surprised, Why did you protect me? Goku fixed his gaze on Yakumo and replied. Goku, I already said it and I'll say it again. Goku, I will protect my family and my loved ones. Giving a smile to Yakumo and Mutsumi. Yakumo was surprised and Mutsumi was excited. But after the Saiyan said that, he fixed his gaze on the demon who was terrified. Goku, ultra great voice, this is your end, damned demon. In the blink of an eye, Goku had his fist planted in the demon's stomach, causing it to explode into 1,000 pieces. Goku, and you. Looking at a boy with a cap. The boy was scared by the penetrating look that the Saiyan was giving. Question mark, in his mind, damn, I have to get out of here before that guy comes for me. But the boy couldn't escape when he saw that Goku was in front of him. Goku, I'll give you a little punishment for what happened before. Goku hit him in the face, sending the boy flying from where they were. Goku, in his mind, he won't be back like that for a while. And so the battle ended, leaving the two girls and the Saiyan as the winners. Goku was sitting, but Natsuki came to where he was. Natsuki, you really finished off that demon quickly. Showing him a bottle. Natsuki, here, it's tea. Goku, thank you. Grabbing the tea. Natsuki, although, I think that was great along with what Mutsumi told me. Goku, what did he say to you? Natsuki, blushing and embarrassed, about protecting us all. Goku, ha ha ha. Natsuki, angry, what are you laughing at? Goku, nothing, just that you look really cute when you're embarrassed. With a smile. Natsuki was a volcano when she heard that. But suddenly Yakumo appeared with 2 bottles of tea. Yakumo, seeing that Goku was drinking a bottle of tea, hid the other one and was going to leave the place. But Goku noticed that and from one moment to the next he appeared in front of her and said. Goku, oh wow, thanks for the tea. Goku, smiling, I was still thirsty. Grabbing the other bottle that Yakumo had. Yakumo smiled at that. Natsuki didn't understand, but she smiled anyway. Goku, in his mind, I think I won't drink tea for a while, and I'll also go to the bathroom after this. 2 people were walking through an area of the city, while everyone looking at the two had a look of surprise. Meanwhile on a train. Itsuyo was thinking about something that made her very happy, but out of nowhere she felt a hand touching her butt. Itsuyo, in her mind, is this what they call, stalker? Itsuyo, in her mind, they are the worst enemy of maidens, almost equal to a demon. Itsuyo, in her mind, I'll catch him. So Itsuyo turned around and was going to attack the person who was harassing her, but Natsuki, wait, Itsuyo? It's me. Itsuyo, Natsuki? What the hell are you doing? Natsuki, what do you mean? Natsuki, didn't Misa-Nisan tell you to do vow love, protect a maid from a stalker? When Natsuki said that, Itsuyo started to remember about it, and to pretend to remember she said. Itsuyo, exactly what I want. Itsuyo, now, come and harass me. Natsuki, quiet. You're talking too loud. In the meantime with the Saiyan. Goku was waiting for the arrival of the train where the 2 girls were. Goku, in his mind, a little angry, damn, this mission is taking too long, I want to eat now. Grabbing his stomach. Goku had an aura of death from not eating anything, making everyone afraid of him as they felt that instinct to kill. Goku, in his mind, damn. Why are you taking so long? I want to eat now. But out of nowhere the Saiyan felt like 2 people were coming towards where he was. Policeman 1, could we talk for a moment? Putting his hand on the Saiyan's shoulder. Police Officer 2, we have the suspect. Speaking through a communicator. Police Officer 1, for now, could you come to the station? Goku, hearing all this, got even angrier knowing that he would have to leave the place, since he didn't want to move unless it was to eat. So, Goku turned his head to look at the police officers with a terrifying look. They were so scared they fell to the ground, but the next thing they saw and heard shocked them. Goku, serious and cold voice, please don't bother me if you don't want to see hell in every sense. Ultra instinct eyes shining a little. Police Officer 1, shaking and scared, why yes. And when the policeman said that, they ran away from the place, unable to bear the Saiyan's penetrating gaze any longer. Everyone who saw the scene was trembling and sweating with fear. Goku, in his mind, oh no, hunger is making me a little aggressive. But after Goku thought that, he noticed all the looks of the people who were watching him, And because of what happened before, and because he hadn't eaten the Saiyan, he said something to the people without thinking. Goku, serious and a little angry, "You insignificant mortals are looking at me." Even with his penetrating gaze, he unleashes his killer instinct. With what Goku said and also because of the killer instinct he released, people began to faint, unable to bear the fear that was in their entire bodies any longer. Meanwhile with Itsuyo and Natsuki. Natsuki, "Okay, let's start again." Itsuyo, understood. So they started doing very succulent things on the train, and there was also a Natsuki who was jealous of Itsuyo's body. But out of nowhere there was an announcement on the train. "Alert, there appears to be an extremely dangerous person at the station. Please avoid suspicious individuals." Natsuki and Itsuyo heard that, and the first thing that came to their minds was Natsuki and Itsuyo, in their minds, Goku? With the Saiyan? Goku's stomach was screaming for food. Goku, in his mind, "I'm starving, damn it. Goku, when that damn train arrives." And when the Saiyan said that, the arrival of the train to the station was reported. Goku put on a smile like Black's as he watched the train arrive. When the train arrived and the doors opened, the people inside trembled at the sight of someone worse than a demon standing before them, with a gigantic thirst for blood and a very empty stomach. Natsuki and Itsuyo were at the other door, so the Saiyan had to walk towards them. As he walked he had a terrifying smile, scaring everyone present and causing them to run off the train. Leaving the two girls alone who were distracted with their own thing. Natsuki continued touching Itsuyo's body. But Natsuki stopped when she felt a hand on her shoulder and a killer instinct all over the place. Natsuki slowly turned her head, only to find hell itself. Natsuki, trembling, "GG Goku-kun." Goku, scary voice and Black smile, "Hello Natsuki." Itsuyo was the same as Natsuki when she saw Goku like that. "Goku, this mission ends here." And from that day on, many people never got on a train again. Meanwhile somewhere else, the evil gods were gathered to discuss the Saiyan who defeated Garm and sent Taka flying. Schooled, that Son Goku is going to be a problem if he really has that much power. Taka, my lady, that guy Son Goku could even be stronger than all the Valkyries together. Schooled, apparently they didn't choose a jerk like Ain Harrier. Garm, who was controlled, said something meaningless but interesting. Garm, with a stupid voice, "He's very scary, too scary, I'd pee if I saw him." Schooled, "Is he that scary or what?" Looking at Taka. Taka, "I only saw him once, but at that moment I could feel how fear ruled my entire body with just his presence." Schooled, laughing evilly, "I hope to see if what you say is true." Meanwhile with the Saiyan. A restaurant was going bankrupt because of a certain hair stand on end. But luckily Goku paid in the end with his infinite money card. Currently, Goku and Natsuki could be seen walking back to their home. Goku and Natsuki were talking about trivial things. Until Natsuki started sneezing because of the cold. Goku, a little worried, "Are you okay?" Natsuki, "Yes, it's just that it's very cold." Goku, Goku, "Then, how about you take my hand?" Stretching his hand out. Natsuki, "Huh?" Goku, "Don't you want Natsuki?" Natsuki, "Well. I was going to grab the Saiyan's hand." But out of nowhere Goku felt a presence coming towards them both. An attack was headed straight for Natsuki. But Goku, "Watch out." Grabbing Natsuki and hugging her. Natsuki, "Huh?" Natsuki, blushing, "What are you doing?" Goku, serious, "It seems that a certain person has arrived." Looking at a dark part. And from one moment to the next a person with a spear came to attack the two. But the Saiyan with his speed stopped the spear with just one finger, and with a single blow he made the person fly towards a wall. Goku started walking where the person was. Goku, very serious, "Well, finally you deigned to come, no, cheap insect." Goku, "And you do it when I don't want to be bothered." Natsuki went to where Goku was, only to see that the person who attacked was her older sister. Natsuki, "Ikai Kani-san." "Ichika, this bastard is too strong." In the Saiyan's house. Goku was eating, while Ichika was scolding him. "Ichika, I can't believe you're our partner, you don't even know what love is." Ichika, "And for that stupid reason my dear sisters aren't strong enough." Ichika, "And the worst thing is that you're going on CC dates with my precious sisters." The Saiyan didn't say anything because he was totally ignoring Ichika. Ichika, very angry, couple, are you listening to me? Goku, what did you say? Without looking at Ichika. Ichika couldn't stand it anymore and wanted to hit the Saiyan. But Goku stopped the blow with just one hand and continued eating with the other. Ichika, damn. Goku, with his neutral voice, calm down, or I'll calm you down. Ichika, damn, at least you're strong and not a weakling like I thought. Goku, interesting. Still eating. But suddenly the door opened to reveal all the sisters. Misa, oh it's Ichika-ne. Kurori, you came at Gaiakani-san. Ichika, excited, long time no see, my dear sisters. Note, Ichika was the oldest of them all. And so they all began to talk among themselves, leaving the Saiyan aside. Goku, in his mind, he finally leaves me alone. Goku had already finished his meal and was going to wash his plate, but a spear went straight towards him. Goku, in his mind, seriously, you can't leave me alone for even a second. Catching the spear. Ichika, where do you think you're going, partner? Ichika, we haven't finished talking. Goku, cold voice, I'm just going to wash my plate, okay? With his piercing gaze. That look made all the sisters tense. Natsuki, in her mind, damn, when Goku puts on that look he's really scared. Goku, cold, well, I'll go wash my plate, don't get in my way. So Goku went to wash his plate, leaving the sisters alone. Futaba, this is going down a bad path. Misa, I say the same. Itsuyo, I hope it doesn't go back to how it was before. Mutsumi, I also hope that doesn't happen. Natsuki, Goku-kun. But out of nowhere a person asked. Ichika, what are you talking about? Misa, oh sorry Ichika-ne. Mas, what we are talking about is. So the sisters explained the countless struggles the Saiyan had, along with the betrayal and how he got here. Ichika couldn't believe what her sisters were saying, since she didn't believe there was anyone stronger than her father or her brother Thor. Ichika, it's not a joke, right? They all shook their heads. Ichika, I'll see for myself to see if it's true. So Ichika went to where the Saiyan was, pulling him to another place. In the bathroom. It's not what you think. Ichika, so you are really capable of destroying universes? Goku, well yes, and what does it have? Ichika, that's impossible. Goku sighed and with his speed he placed his hand on Ichika's head, then showed him all his memories. Ichika could see millions of things in just 1 second. Ichika, confused and dizzy, what was all that? Goku, well, my memories. Ichika, so what my sisters said is true. Ichika, you are the most powerful being in the entire multiverse. Goku, wow, finally you're not yelling at me. Ichika, what did you say? Goku, I don't even know. Goku, in his mind, please don't ask me questions about my life, I don't feel like answering like last time. Ichika, well, changing the subject. Goku, in his mind, thank you creator. Ichika, what do you think of my sisters? Goku, confused, huh? Ichika, don't tell me you hate them or something like that because if not. Grabbing her spear. Goku was not intimidated by the threat and with a calm and kind voice he said. Goku, I think they are wonderful people and a very important part of my life now. Goku, without them here I wouldn't know what to do. Goku, maybe if they hadn't come into my life, I would have been like the person I was before. Goku, someone who had no feelings, didn't care about anyone, who tortured anyone who attacked me. Goku, I think he would have even been his greatest enemy, someone worse than the demons and gods. Goku, but that didn't happen, and now I consider all of them as my family. With a smile. Ichika, that's it. Goku, pathetic, I know. Goku, I know I'm not good at love. Goku, I even got married for a stupid promise, and it ended in the worst pain of all? Goku, but. Goku paused. Goku, with a very warm voice, I think I truly love all of you just the way you are, I would never want you to change. He said it with a warm smile. Ichika, but. Goku, if you're talking about my inherent ability. Goku, here it is. Summoning the book. Goku, but I haven't used it much, so to speak. Ichika was left blank when he saw that the Saiyan answered all his questions without even knowing it. Goku, well, what were you going to ask? Ichika, huh? Ichika had to think of something fast. Ichika, tell me what your univ is like. I didn't finish until I heard the door open. Natsuki, hello. Ichika, excited, oh yes, they are my dear little sisters. Goku, and what are you doing here? Natsuki, well, what else would we do in a bathroom? Remembering something Futaba said. Goku, bathe. Yakumo, it's the most obvious. Goku, then I'll leave them. Goku was about to leave, but Natsuki intervened. Natsuki, wait Goku-kun. Goku stood up and turned his head. Goku, what happened? Natsuki, embarrassed, well you have to bathe with us. Goku, okay. Ichika, I hope you're not a bother. A little while later. Goku had to wash Ichika's back. Natsuki and Yakumo were in the bathtub watching. Goku, well let's start. Ichika, don't give me orders, partner. Note, Ichika has extremely sensitive skin. Goku just put the sponge on Ichika's back, he gave a small. Ichika, in his mind, I must not fall against this guy. Ichika, in his mind, I'm not going to lose. Goku, in his mind, interesting, apparently he has very sensitive skin. Goku, in his mind, but I didn't understand what you meant about not losing? Ichika was trying not to get excited, while Natsuki was a little jealous. Goku, are you okay? Ichika, shut up. Goku, okay. Ichika, now it's my turn to wash your back. Goku, as you wish. Ichika instead of using the sponge, used her soap as a sponge to wash the Saiyan's back. Goku, what are you doing, aren't you going to use the sponge? Ichika, I heard it's better to use your chest to wash your partner's back. Goku, wow, I didn't know that. Natsuki was looking at that with jealousy. Yakumo, do you like Honii-chan? Natsuki, huh? Natsuki, of course not, no one would love a person who is. Natsuki, it's cold. Yakumo, wow, you don't have to hide it. Yakumo, why don't you confess? Natsuki, huh? Yakumo, I bet he loves you too, so you could level up easier. Natsuki, that's impossible. Goku-kun is too innocent to know what love is. Yakumo, I don't believe that, but you have nice look. Natsuki, I can't take it anymore. Throwing Yakumo. And for some reason Yakumo fell on Ichika's head, causing her to kiss the Saiyan. Goku had a face like he didn't know what happened. While Ichika transformed into her Valkyrie state. But he fell instantly. Goku, wow, looks like you don't have enough AP to move. Natsuki, and how do you know that, Goku-kun? Goku, remember that I feel the presences. Natsuki, I forget sometimes that you are a god. Goku, I'm not a god, but I am a mortal who has reached the power of one. Goku, although you could say I'm also a god, since I have the powers of Little Zen. Ichika, don't you think you won this time couple? Natsuki, let me help you Ikaikani-san. Ichika, thank you my dear little sister. While Natsuki was helping Ichika, Goku was looking at the night sky and thinking. Goku, in his mind, I feel like something bad is going to happen. Meanwhile somewhere else. This is number 49. I'm almost the supreme ruler of all that is known. But first I must kill Son Goku from Dimension 50. I wonder if it's strong, although I doubt it. Ha ha ha, enjoy while you can Son Goku. Goku and some of the sisters were resting, until Misa appeared. Misa, Kurori, do you want to take a bath? Kurori, yes. Futaba, Mutsumi-chan, you take a bath too. Mutsumi, okay. Futaba, we have to make an effort to deal with our disadvantages. And so Mutsumi and Kurori left. Goku, disadvantages? Goku, aren't you the strongest in Asgard? Futaba, we are not the strongest, there are people in Asgard who are much stronger than us. Goku, interesting. Futaba, our abilities are the materialization of the ether bioenergy that all life possesses. Goku, like ki? Futaba, yes, but we use soul energy to use our abilities. Goku, in his mind, I didn't understand. Futaba, in Asgard, there are high-level gods who possess much more ether than we Valkyries. Goku, a little excited, are they very strong? Natsuki, there's no way you're going to fight them, you'd destroy Asgard completely. Natsuki, your power is beyond everyone's imagination. Goku, how bad, I was even going to teleport to Asgard to fight those gods. Natsuki, are you really Goku? With a drop of sweat on his head. Goku, confused, yes, why? Natsuki, why didn't you like fighting before and preferred to do nothing, but now you seem to like it? Natsuki, as if the you from the memories you showed us is coming back. Goku, I don't know what's going on either, most likely. Goku, I'm recovering my emotions, along with my desire to fight. With a hand on his chin. Futaba, I'm glad to hear your emotions are coming back. Futaba, in her mind, and I hope her desire to fight doesn't destroy this world. Meanwhile somewhere else. The evil gods were planning to attack the Saiyan's house, and they were also talking about a certain topic. Schooled, those Valkyries won't be able to beat us. Garm, don't be so sure, remember they have that son Goku. Roskva, how dare you underestimate my lady? Garm, I'm not underestimating her, I'm just saying to be careful. Schooled, don't worry, I'll take care of him. I don't think he's that strong. Garm, in her mind, she doesn't know what that demon is capable of. Garm, in his mind, the power he has is absurd, I couldn't do anything to him. Schooled, but I don't understand why Son Goku was chosen by Odin, if he is a simple human. But the three could not advance further, because a person stopped them. Ichika, you're wrong, he's not a simple human, if he wants to, he can be something worse than the demons. Ichika, I wonder why my father chose someone like that guy. Ichika, in his mind, I knew someone was coming, but I didn't expect it to be these people. Ichika, they are evil gods, right? Ichika stood on guard to attack. Ichika, if you turn around and go back to Asgard, I won't kill you. With the Saiyan. Futaba, there is a difference between gods and demigods. Futaba, which would be? And so Futaba explained the problem the gods had when they came to the human world. Goku, wow, I've never seen that happen to Mr. Bills. Natsuki, angry, remember that our worlds are different. Natsuki, angry, your gods have the power to destroy the entire universe. While here it's a different topic. Goku, okay, but calm down. Natsuki, I'm calm. Goku had a drop of sweat upon hearing that answer. Meanwhile with Ichika. Schooled, you dare come all the way here without the Einherjar? Schooled, they really underestimate us. Ichika, ha ha ha, if my little sister's partner were here, it would become the worst nightmare for you. Ichika, they know nothing about the power of that monster. Garm, in his mind, apparently even the Valkyries fear the guy. Schooled, a little angry, I'm tired of them saying that the Einherjar has great power, he's just a simple human. Schooled, and so you can see that I'm stronger than him. Schooled, I'll kill you Valkyrie. Smiling evilly. Ichika, try to kill me if you can. Smiling too. Meanwhile with the Saiyan. Goku, in his mind, I have a feeling something bad is going to happen. Goku, in his mind, Goku, in his mind, well, it doesn't matter, I better go get something to eat. Walking towards the kitchen. Natsuki, Goku. The Saiyan stopped and with a question mark on his head asked. Goku, what happened? Natsuki, a little embarrassed, can you help me with my studies, please? Goku, again? Natsuki, annoyed, don't complain, you know I'm bad at studying. Goku, ha ha ha. Natsuki, don't laugh. Goku, sorry. Natsuki, so you'll help me or not? Goku, who do you take me for? I'm obviously going to help you. Smiling. Natsuki, blush, then. He couldn't finish because one person caught both of their attention. It's Suyo, hey, haven't you seen Ichika Wani-sama? Goku and Natsuki, nope. Back with Ichika. Ichika had Garm and Roskva trapped. Schooled, in her mind, damn. Ichika, now what are you going to do? Ichika, I have your companions captured. Schooled didn't say anything, but it was clear she was angry. Ichika, if this is all you have, you're disappointing. Ichika, and you're thinking about facing that monster son Goku. While Ichika was watching over the evil gods, there was a person from afar. Taka, this is going to be a problem. Taka, if Son Goku was already a pain in the ass, with that woman he'll be worse. Taka, if I go it will be suicide. Taka sighed as he realized things had gotten complicated. Taka, Gosh, I'll have to use bait. Back with Ichika and the evil gods. Ichika, you can return to Asgard and live a long life, or die here. Ichika, I'll give you 10 seconds to think about it. Ichika, 10, 9, 8, 7. Schooled, in her mind, gosh, this is very alarming. Roskva, Mississippi. Roskva, please leave here alone. Roskva, I will stop her, even if it costs me my life. Ichika, oh, will you too subdue me? Ichika, this won't take me even a second. Bringing the spear closer to Roskva's neck. Schooled, don't worry, Roskva. Schooled, you don't need to take this note. Schooled, we will never forgive you. Ichika, in his mind, this is a farce, I can feel it. Ichika, in his mind, there's a presence sneaking up from my blind spot. Ichika, in her mind, could it be the arrow user that Futaba warned me about? Ichika, in his mind, I won't fall for that. So Ichika was going to attack the person who came. But Ichika, a human? Ichika avoided attacking the human, but left an opening. Schooled noticed it, and without wasting any more time she ran to where Roskva was. To simply give each other a kiss. After the kiss, Schooled transformed into her evil goddess form. And his power was eggs. Note, his power is to summon demons. Schooled was flying above many demons that she summoned, while he had balls around him. Schooled, apparently they changed sides. The demons that Schooled summoned went to attack Ichika. But a person appeared and grabbed all those demons with his chains. Ichika, Itsuyo. Itsuyo, you were taking a while, so we came to see. Behind Itsuyo were Goku and Natsuki. Itsuyo, looking at Schooled, if you keep messing with my family, I'll tie you up, understand? Schooled, tie me up? With a smile. One of the eggs that was around me shone. Then she saw that a demon came to attack Itsuyo with its claw. But Goku, coldly, don't even try. Grabbing the claw. Goku's eyes glowed a little, causing the demon to be vaporized. Schooled, what? Goku, I'll give you a chance to leave, if you dare to come here again. Goku, I will eliminate your body and soul from existence itself. With a terrifying voice and a death glare. The demons who were there were trembling with total fear. As if their king were standing in front of them. Schooled, in her mind, damn. So this is Son Goku. Schooled, in her mind, it's really scary like Garm said. Goku, then you'll leave the good way, or I'll have to do it the bad way. Schooled, seeing that her companions were hurt, had no choice but to leave. Schooled, listen carefully Son Goku, I will defeat you no matter how strong you are. Goku, coldly, trying if you can. And so Schooled and company left the place. The next day, in the library of the Saiyan's house, Natsuki could be seen talking to one of the sisters, more specifically the fourth sister, Shino. Natsuki, thanks to your barrier, we are always protected. Natsuki, but please try to take care of yourself, okay? Shino, thank you for your concern, Natsuki-san. And so they continued talking, until voices were heard in the house. Ichika, that's why I can't stand people like you. Trying to attack Goku. Goku, but I didn't do anything. Dodging Ichika's attacks. Shino, is Ichika One-sama upset? Natsuki, yeah, Goku doesn't understand much about love. Natsuki, however, he would be someone very cool if his emotions return. Shino, you really like Master, don't you, Natsuki-san? Natsuki, what? And no, I couldn't care less. Shino would laugh a little and say. Shino, I would also like to meet Master soon. In the meantime with the Saiyan. He was massaging Ichika's S, and he had to do it for 30 seconds. Goku, in his mind, I never understood this mission. Goku, in his mind, but at least with this they level up faster. After 30 seconds of the mission, Ichika tried to kill the Saiyan, but none of them existed. And the worst part was that Ichika didn't level up at all. Mutsumi, when Natsuki-chan did this, she leveled up easily. Yakumo, it's because Natsuki is an easygoing girl. Futaba, this is probably because Ichika One-sama doesn't accept Goku-kun as a partner. Misa, what the hell, Ichika-ne? Misa, are you still upset about that? Misa, you yourself said it's too late to change our partner. Ichika, I'm not upset. Goku, in his mind, In all my years of knowledge, I know very well that. Goku, in his mind, this food is delicious. Goku apparently didn't care what was happening. Misa, so, could you say that Goku is our partner? Kurori, say it. Ichika tried but without any success. Ichika, annoyed, I can't believe that guy who only cares about eating is our partner. Misa, that's not accepting it. Ichika, how can I accept a fool who knows nothing about love and only cares about eating? Goku, hey, that was cruel. Still eating. Ichika, you shut up. Goku, challenging voice, what if I don't want to? Ichika, I will kill you. Pointing his spear at the Saiyan. Goku, so you want to fight? So the two stared at each other. Misa, please calm down. Misa, in her mind, before they destroy this whole city. Later. Goku and Ichika were returning from shopping. Natsuki, welcome back. Misa, what did they buy? Ichika, I bought a book that says you can become strong just by reading it. Misa, Ichika nay, you got scammed. Ichika, Nani. Natsuki, and you Goku-kun, what did you buy? Goku, just food. Natsuki, I think I expected that from you. Natsuki, knowing you and knowing about your race, I know very well that you love food and I don't finish because of what the Saiyan said. Goku, well, I'm going to train, bye. He also took the bag. And with his teleportation he left the place. Natsuki, training. Natsuki was left blank when she saw that Goku totally ignored her. A little while later. The sisters were gathered together to discuss some issues. Futaba, I heard that the Norn are very strong. Mass, the reason is that in the... And so Misa told the story about the three Norn sisters. Misa, and what do you think Ichika? But Ichika was depressed after learning that she was scammed. While Natsuki was thinking about something. Natsuki, what was that attitude of Goku-kun? Natsuki, he's never ignored me since some of his emotions came back, but why is he ignoring me now? Natsuki, that attitude was very suspicious. Natsuki, the captain told us he bought it, but he... Natsuki, did I buy anything else besides food? Natsuki, did you buy porn magazines? Natsuki, no, it's impossible. Goku is very innocent. Natsuki, you don't like that stuff, right? Natsuki, or did Goku-kun hide from us that he liked women with voluptuous bodies? Natsuki, even though Goku isn't a person who socializes much in this world, he could still be corrupted by the world's influences. Natsuki, if he would just tell me and not rely on something like a porn magazine. Natsuki, no. That's not what I mean. What an idiot I am. Hitting the table. Natsuki, calm down. I have to calm down. Grabbing a bottle and drinking it, not knowing what's inside. And so the noise began in that room. Goku, who was returning from training, heard that noise and quickly went to see what was happening. Goku, what's going on here? Natsuki, who saw Goku, quickly went to hug him. Natsuki, Goku-kun. Goku-kun. Goku, what happened to Natsuki? Futaba, Natsuki-san accidentally drank Kurori's modified fluid. Kurori, the side effect is that it gets you drunk. Goku, huh? Natsuki, hey, Goku, listen to this. Goku, what happened? Natsuki, Mutsumi's grew again. Natsuki, that's very embarrassing, isn't it? Mutsumi was embarrassed to hear that and said. Mutsumi, na Natsuki-chan. Goku, innocently, wow, they really grew a little more. Mutsumi blushed even more upon hearing what the Saiyan said. While Natsuki was hugging one of the Saiyan's arms. But Goku didn't care about that. Futaba, Goku-kun, I'm sorry to ask, could you please carry her to bed? Goku, okay. Ichika, don't you dare do anything to him just because he's like this. Pointing his spear at the Saiyan. Goku, coldly, what are you talking about? I wouldn't hurt someone important to me. Giving a murderous look. Ichika would be scared seeing that, and took a few steps back. Goku, seeing that, calmed down and said. Goku, okay Futaba-san, I'll leave her in her bed, bye. Now you could see Goku fixing Natsuki's bed. While she said she was fine. Goku, well done, now you can. Natsuki had taken off her pants. Goku, innocently, why are you taking off your clothes? Natsuki, because I'm going to sleep now. Goku, okay. And so Natsuki took off her shirt, only being in her underwear. Goku looked at Natsuki simply, but she was angry. Goku, in his mind, and now what happens to him? Goku, is something wrong, Natsuki? Natsuki, angry, why? Why aren't you looking at my face? Goku, very confused, huh? Natsuki, I knew it. It's because you like curvy girls, right? Natsuki, you like big face, right? Goku, what are you talking about? Natsuki knocked down the Saiyan, and lay on top of him. Goku, in his mind, what the heck is going on here? Natsuki, I just don't want you to choose something like a porn magazine over me. Goku, porn magazine? Goku, what is that, can you eat it? Goku, in his mind, wait, these aren't the things Master Roshi saw. Natsuki, don't play innocent, I know you bought one of those magazines. Goku, Natsuki, I don't know what you're talking about? Natsuki, I can't take it anymore. Taking off her underwear. Goku, in his mind, I'm not understanding anything. Natsuki, come on Goku-kun, I know you like this. Showing her body. Goku, huh? Natsuki was walking towards the Saiyan, but slipped on a piece of paper on the floor. Goku quickly stood up and went to where Natsuki was. Natsuki, what's wrong? My head hurts. But she remembered everything that happened, and then saw that the Saiyan was looking at her. She closed her eyes thinking that the Saiyan was going to do something, but nothing happened. Natsuki slowly opened her eyes, to see that Goku had a hand extended to help her. Goku, are you okay? Natsuki, why yes. Grabbing the Saiyan's hand. Goku, sorry, I didn't think I'd dropped it. Natsuki, what are you talking about? Goku, the paper that made you fall was a photo I asked to be printed for me. Natsuki, huh? Goku, look, here it is. Showing him the photo. The photo was of the two of them dancing at the school festival. Natsuki was surprised to see that. Goku, I wanted this photo, since that day was the day I recovered some of my emotions. Goku, but you also looked happy in that photo. Natsuki, hearing the last thing, blushed and remembered one thing. Flashback. Yakumo, why don't you confess? End flashback. Natsuki, nervous, Goku, I wish. Goku, I would like what? Natsuki, blushing, I would like to tell you that I. Goku was confused seeing how Natsuki acted. Natsuki was at her limit, but what followed was very strange for the Saiyan. Natsuki, I can't. Goku, but what? Natsuki, you're still an idiot who doesn't know what love is. Goku, huh? Natsuki, in her mind, I am a Valkyrie. Natsuki, in her mind, I don't know if Goku will accept me with how innocent he is, I bet he'll think I'm food or something like that time he got married because of a stupid promise. Natsuki, in her mind, I'll have to wait for the day Goku understands, to tell him that I love him. Goku was looking at Natsuki with a confused face, until Natsuki, so. Grabbing the Saiyan's face. Natsuki, I'll be waiting. Goku, waiting for what? Natsuki was annoyed by the Saiyan's comment, so she did what every angry woman would do. Give the guy who made her angry what he deserves. But the Saiyan escaped from the place before Natsuki hit him. Meanwhile, somewhere else in existence. Wow, so here you are, son Goku. It seems you are enjoying your life in that place, ha ha ha. Enjoy it, because I will soon destroy it. We could see a Futaba in front of many demons. The demons attacked and attacked without stopping, but Futaba counterattacked them with her walls. Futaba, in her mind, I hope what Goku said isn't true. Meanwhile with the Saiyan. Ichika was keeping an eye on the surroundings, and the Saiyan was just following her. Goku, you know I can detect presences, right? Ichika, silence. Ichika fell to the Saiyan, for the reason that a demon was just around the corner. Ichika, it seems my suspicions were true. Ichika, they have this whole area under surveillance. Goku, I could take care of it if you want? Ichika, it would be a good option, but we don't know if that presence you mentioned will come. Ichika, we need you to be at 100% of your capacity if that guy comes. Ichika, so the best option for now is for us to take care of the demons. Goku remained silent upon hearing Ichika's response. Long ago, before Futaba fought the demons. The three older sisters were arguing about the topic of Noir. Futaba, we could ask Goku to help us with Noir. Misa, yes, but we also need a plan B in case something happens. Ichika, why do we have to depend on that idiot? Futaba, because he's stronger than you. Ichika said nothing, as it was the cruel reality. Misa, don't be depressed Ichika-ne. Even Ichika didn't say anything, but she had a depressive aura around her. Futaba, I think I went a little too far. Misa, Misa, in her mind, all that's left is for Goku to get here. But suddenly the Saiyan arrived at the place. Goku, hey! Misa, in her mind, and here it is. Futaba, what's up Goku-kun? Goku, well, for a few days now I've been feeling like something bad is going to happen. Goku, something out of this world, a power filled with evil that is approaching here quickly. The three sisters were listening to what the Saiyan was saying with worried faces. Because they knew very well how dangerous enemies outside this world can be. Goku, but I never wanted to tell them so as not to worry them. Misa, a little worried, so why are you telling us this now? Goku, the reason I'm telling you this now is... Goku, seriously, because it's close. The older sisters were tensed by such a revelation. Goku, I don't know when it will arrive, but I know it will be soon. Goku, since I feel like evil is taking over the entire universe. Futaba, so what should we do if that being arrives? Goku, don't do anything. Ichika, you bastard, you're underestimating us. Ichika instantly grabbed the Saiyan's shirt. Ichika, do you think we are weak or what? Goku had his hair covering his eyes. Ichika, answer. Misa, nervous, see calm down Ichika-ne. Goku raised his face, only to show a look of unfriendliness. Goku, coldly, I'm not underestimating them, and I don't think they're weak either. Ichika, then what's the reason we don't have to do anything? Goku remained silent for a moment, while the three older sisters looked at the Saiyan. Goku, the reason is... Goku, because the presence I felt. Goku, very serious, it surpasses my current power. The three of them were speechless upon hearing such an answer. Misa, impossible. She said it with a voice that made you couldn't believe it. Futaba, someone stronger than you. Ichika, that's a joke, right? With a voice that reflected fear. They knew that the Saiyan's power was immense, or rather unimaginable. But knowing that there was someone stronger than him, and that it was someone with a darkness that not even the evil gods of this world could compare. It was a very heavy answer for them. Goku, you think I'd joke about that? Goku, since I came to this world I never wanted to get involved with anyone. Goku, until all of you came into my life. Goku, they made me change, they made me see the world again. The Saiyan stopped for a few seconds, then said. Goku, so what I want most now is... Goku, may you all be safe. The girls fell silent. Back to the present. Ichika, if we want to protect this world, we need you to have your power at its maximum. Goku, I know that. Goku, but I want to help Futaba. Goku, I feel like she's losing energy quickly. Ichika, don't worry, she's not considered Her Majesty for nothing. Goku didn't understand what Ichika meant. Goku, what do you mean? Ichika, damn, I'll have to explain. Ichika, Futaba is not considered Her Majesty because of her physical strength. Ichika, it's because of the strength of his heart that he will never allow anyone to set foot inside our castle. Goku, wow. Futaba had killed many demons, but there were still more. Futaba, I am. Futaba, weak. Futaba, the aggression of the spear and sword, the specialty of the chain and wing, the versatility of thread and sound. Futaba, I don't have any of that. Futaba, even so, I swear I'll protect my family. Schooled, angry, nonsense. Schooled, just die and let me pass. Goku, in his mind, that little girl is annoying. Goku was watching the scene with some power he had in his skill store. Meanwhile somewhere else. A person was helping his friend walk because his friend was drunk. But a demon was going to attack them, if it weren't for a barrier protecting them. Change of scenery. Natsuki, are you okay, Shino-Nizan? Shino, our father once prophesied. Shino, those who remain inactive tend to be unable to claim victory. Shino, a barrier has been granted, born from my body. Shino, if I can't fight. Shino, if that's how it should be, then I'll endure it. Shino, until my body gives up, and only then. Back with Futaba. They did everything possible to confront the demons. But sooner or later she would run out of strength. Goku, a little worried, I really can't help? Ichika, I already told you that you can. Goku, but... Ichika, she'll be fine. But when she said that, Futaba was slammed into a wall. Many demons went after Futaba when they saw that she was defenseless. Goku, yeah. Goku, I can't take it anymore. Goku was about to rush to help Futaba, but Ichika stopped him. Ichika, not yet. And as if by magic, Futaba defeated the demons that were cornering her. Schooled, how pathetic these demons are, they can't even tear down those castle walls. Schooled, in her mind, and where will I be cursed by Son Goku? Roskva, calm down my princess, they will soon be destroyed. Futaba, wow. You can't fight alone being so powerful. With a smile. Futaba, or maybe your partner is a failure. Schooled was annoyed by Futaba's comment. Roskva, princess. Schooled, Roskva, take note of this. Roskva, yes. Schooled used the powers of the eggs around her to attack Futaba, unaware that Ichika appeared behind her in her captain's attire. The eggs were activated when they saw that their creator was going to be attacked. But without any success, since Ichika destroyed all the demons that appeared and managed to attack Schooled. Ichika, in her mind, wow. She really is a very powerful noir. Ichika, in his mind, however, now I have Snora. Goku, who was watching, could instantly notice what was going to happen. Goku, in his mind, I'll have to act, otherwise she'll come out of this badly. Goku with terrifying speed grabbed Ichika. Ichika, damn. I didn't finish seeing an explosion that did a lot of damage around the place. Goku, I guessed it, she had 21 eggs at the beginning, but after summoning some demons she can only see 20 eggs. Goku, so most likely it was. Roskva had emerged from the smoke with a new appearance. Goku, seriously, that your partner had absorbed the missing egg. Schooled, well, you are absolutely right Son Goku. Schooled, I'm surprised you figured that out without me having to explain it to you. Goku said nothing. Schooled, then you will face us, or are you afraid? But what the Saiyan said really upset the girl. Goku, why should I be afraid of someone inferior to me? With a smile. Schooled, damn. Goku, ha ha ha, goodbye. The Saiyan disappeared from the place. Schooled got angrier when she saw that. Schooled, Roskva. Roskva, yes. Roskva began to use a detection skill. Roskva, there are two energies that are in the northwest. Schooled, damn. Not only does he dare to mock me, but he also managed to escape. Meanwhile with the Saiyan. Goku, we'll be fine here. Ichika was clenching her fists in helplessness at not being able to do anything. Goku, seeing Ichika's action, remained silent. Ichika looked at the Saiyan for a few seconds, then said. Ichika, tell me something even. Goku, and what do you want to know? Ichika, do you love my sisters? Goku, I never understood that feeling, but I could answer that question very easily. Ichika, and what would be your answer? Goku gave a smile and said. Goku, of course I love them all. Goku, since you are a part of my family too. Ichika, he. Ichika, so if you love them, they'll be left under your protection. Ichika grabbed the Saiyan by the face and then kiss him. Some flashbacks of Ichika later. Goku arrived at the place where Schooled and Roskva were wearing a divine outfit. Goku, prepare to die, girl. Goku, I won't let you touch any of them. Goku not only had the divine attire, but he also had Ultra Instinct activated. Schooled, ha ha ha, don't make me laugh. Schooled didn't finish after being stabbed. Roskva, Prince. Roskva was stabbed by the same person. But that wasn't all, because later the mysterious subject erased them from existence. Ha ha ha. And these are considered gods. Now that's a good joke, ha ha ha. Goku had a face that reflected surprise, fear, and anger. Goku, no. Goku, it can't be. Goku, how are you alive? Goku, Daishinken. The Saiyan girls were shocked, they were trembling with fear, they didn't know how to react to this new being. The evil that this subject emanated was felt throughout the planet. People, animals, and even the gods of Asgard felt insignificant just by feeling his mere presence. Don't get confused, Son Goku. I'm not Daishinkan, I'm something worse than him. Something that was formed by the stupidity of gods and mortals from all dimensions. With a grim smile. The Saiyan, upon hearing that, could only look at him seriously. Goku, coldly, then if you are not Daishinkan, who are you? The mysterious person smiled more upon hearing that question. I'll tell you simply, Son Goku. I am the embodiment of evil itself, I have no appearance per se, I am just pure evil. What you see right now is just an image of the worst enemy you've ever faced. Goku said nothing, but he understood what the mysterious being said. Meanwhile with the girls. Mutsumi, scared, who is he? Mutsumi, because he looks like a demon. Itsuyo, what are you talking about, Mutsumi? She looks like that Roskva. Mutsumi, but. Misa, I don't know about you, but to me she looks like that girl. Misa, I think her name was schooled. Yakumo, I see a demon. Kurori, I see a robot there. Those present had a drop of sweat upon hearing Kurori's comment. But a voice interrupted everyone. Goku using telepathy told them. Goku, all of you. Go inside the house. I'll try to distract this guy until everyone is safe. Goku, nobody knows what this guy can do if he wants to. The girls, upon hearing this, quickly accepted. Back with the Saiyan and the mysterious subject. Goku, let's see. Goku, coldly, how should I call you, piece of shit? Ha ha ha, you really have the nerve to insult me, Son Goku. Goku, shut up and answer. That wasn't very nice, Son Goku. Goku, answer. The mysterious subject was already getting angry because of the Saiyan's attitude. Coldly, don't believe yourself too much, Son Goku. Just because you have the power of those watermelon heads won't make you stronger than me. You are just a mere mortal with the power of a god. Goku just smiled upon hearing that. Goku, apparently even evil in person is just stupid, you don't even have a name, lol. The nameless person has already reached the limit of his anger. Very funny, Son Goku, but I do have a name. And that name is Kira. Goku, until you finally said it, now we can fight, ha ha ha. Goku, in his mind, good, everyone is inside the house, now I just need to take care of this guy. Kira, smiling, I see that those girls you love so much are hiding in that place. Goku, in his mind, but what? Kira, how about we do a little cleaning? Kira snapped her fingers, and from one moment to the next, the entire continent was transformed into a lifeless place. Buildings, cities, and entire countries were burned to ashes. Humans and animals were erased from existence. And only 11 people were still alive. Misa, terrified, he's a demon. Ichika, terrified, or rather, it's something worse than the evil gods. Kurori was crying seeing such a scene of the world. Futaba, if it weren't for the fact that we had a barrier. But just as he said that, the barrier shattered into 1,000 pieces. With Natsuki and Shino. Natsuki, Shino Nizan. Natsuki, please wake up. Natsuki, in her mind, she's unconscious. What happened out there? Goku was in total shock, he could see how an entire continent was reduced to ashes in just 1 second. Kira, wow, it seems the only thing that survived was your house, Son Goku. Kira, it's a shame all these mortals couldn't stand the cleanliness. Kira, ha ha ha, I wonder what expression you would give me if I killed those girls. Goku, angry, don't even think about touching them. At that moment the Saiyan transformed into the phase that surpasses the kings of all. Kira, ha 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 ha, now it got interesting. With a psychopathic smile. And so the two began the fiercest battle ever known in that world. The pressure and power of both individuals was felt throughout all dimensions. Punch after punch, kick after kick, every move they made destroyed an entire galaxy. By pure luck the land was not yet destroyed by their mere presence. But we couldn't say that the land was fine either. Volcanoes were activated by the pressure released on the earth, forming rivers and rivers of lava all over the world. The seas and oceans became tsunamis that could flood entire cities. Colossal earthquakes were formed by the mere walking of both beings. Many people committed suicide thinking it was the end of the world. But none of that happened, so the two stopped. They would continue fighting even inside a volcano if necessary. Misa, What the heck is going on outside? Misa, why is everything shaking? Ichika, it's most likely because of the release of power from those two. Futaba, I hope the world or the entire universe is destroyed. Mutsumi, I hope Goku-kun is okay. Kurori, crying, I'm scared. Itsuyo, calm down Kurori, your sisters are here. Meanwhile in the fight, Goku was trying to dodge all the attacks that Kira was throwing at him, while Kira was laughing like a psychopath. Kira, die. Die. Son Goku dies. Kira, ha ha ha. Goku, in his mind, this guy is sick. But thinking about that, she let her guard down for just a second, which was enough for Kira. Kira, take this Son Goku. Goku, in his mind, shit. That attack sent the Saiyan towards some mountains covered in lava. Kira, that shouldn't have done anything to you Son Goku ha ha ha. Among the lava came a Goku with burns and a lot of blood from the previous attack. Goku, in his mind, damn. Let your guard down. Goku, in his mind, I need a plan to defeat the guy. Goku, in his mind, but which one? But out of nowhere someone appeared in front of the Saiyan. Kira, hello Son Goku. A powerful blow went straight to the Saiyan's face. But by pure luck, the Saiyan managed to dodge it in time. So Goku started a counterattack. Kira received thousands of blows and key attacks from the Saiyan. Kira was just smiling grimly as she took the attacks. Goku, in his mind, something is wrong. The Saiyan stopped his attack to see his enemy. Kira, what's up? Kira, aren't you going to keep attacking me? Kira, or do you have no strength left? He said it like a total maniac. Kira's wounds were healing at an absurd rate. To the point where it seems like he's never fought. Goku, in his mind, this is a big problem, if I don't attack him he'll be able to heal. Goku, in his mind, and the worst thing is that I almost have no energy left. Kira, ha 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 I scared you with my immortality Son Goku. Goku didn't say anything, because it was kind of true. Kira, jokes aside, I'll give you two options Son Goku. Kira, so choose wisely. With a not very pleasant smile. Kira, die, or be erased. Goku, you think I'll choose, idiot. Kira, I guessed as much. Kira, but. Kira snapped his fingers again, this time making all the Saiyan girls appear in front of him. Kira, what about we play with your girls? Goku, angry, leave them, damn it. The Saiyan tried to attack Kira at maximum speed. But Kira with just a few blows made the Saiyan crash to the ground. Goku stood up with difficulty, but he could no longer move. His legs weren't responding, he was on his last legs. The girls didn't say anything, they were in a trance where they didn't know what was happening. They didn't know what was happening outside their minds. Kira, now let's start the Son Goku game. Kira, smiling, choose a number from 1 to 9. Goku, I won't do it, you damn bastard. Goku, I won't play your stupid game. Kira, did I hear a 5? Kira, don't do it. Kira, then it will be the 5th. Goku, I don't. But at that moment, Itsuyo's head was split in two. The Saiyan went blank, seeing Itsuyo die. Kira, next issue? Goku, don't continue, please. Kira, did I hear an 8? Goku, don't continue. Kira, wow, it seems you want to kill the 8 already. And from one moment to another Yakumo exploded. Tears were coming out of the Saiyan. He didn't want to see any more of his family die. Kira, wow, you chose quickly this time. And another one was murdered in a terrifying way. Goku could no longer say anything, every time Kira killed one of them, he felt like a part of him was leaving. Kira, number 1? Kira, interesting. Goku, no, don't do it, please. Ichika was cut in two by a key sword. And so it went on, until it reached the last one. Goku looked like a living dead. Kira, oh, this is the last one left. Kira, if I remember correctly, her name is Natsuki. She said it with a crazy smile. Kira, she will have special treatment, since she is the one who spent the most time with you. Kira, then he deserves the most painful death of all, ha ha ha. Goku, I beg you, don't kill her, not her, please. Kira, too late Son Goku. Kira, Hakai. Pointing at Natsuki. Natsuki was slowly disappearing, while a Saiyan just looked at that with a helpless face. Natsuki, whispering, "Goodbye Goku." Goku could hear it, could hear the last thing he would hear from her. The Saiyan lowered his head, and began to see his most important memories. Flashbacks. Mutsumi, and what made you happy, Goku-kun? Goku, well, being with you is what made me happy. Yakumo, surprised, why did you protect me? Goku, I already said it, and I'll say it again. Goku, I will protect my family and my loved ones. Misa, well this one's for you. Showing her a small stuffed animal. Goku, and why did you do that to me? Misa, I did it to thank you for getting involved in the fights we have against the demons. With a smile. Goku remembered every moment he had with the sisters, but the last thing he remembered was the spark that ignited the last thing the Saiyan had left. Natsuki, thank you for being here with us, Goku-kun, and for coming into our lives. With a smile. And flashbacks. Kira, wow, that surprised me, I didn't think he could get out of the trance for a few seconds. Kira, well, you're the only one missing. Son. He couldn't finish being hugged by the Saiyan. Goku, he, I won't die if I don't use the last thing I have. Kira, a little scared, don't tell me that. Goku, exactly what you think. Kira, you won't, right? Kira, you know very well that I won't die with that. Goku, who knows, I can only try. Kira, nervous, you're joking too much son Goku he. Goku, obviously I'm joking, so tell me. Goku, your last words Kira? The Saiyan began to shine brightly. Kira, no. Don't fuck with me. Kira, damn there Goku. Goku, goodbye Kira. Goku, and goodbye girls. The Saiyan exploded along with the entire planet. Okay, here it starts. A year passed since the Saiyan sacrificed himself to defeat Kira. Xeno-sama found out what happened, and with the help of Bills and Whis they collected the Super Dragon Balls. Summoning Zurama, and wishing that he restore the dimension where the warrior son Goku was. Zurama, his wish has been granted, but unfortunately the warrior son Goku. Current events. A person was arriving at a particular house. Misa, yay! I won. Futaba, congratulations Misa-san. Natsuki, depressed, yes Suki. Mutsumi, depressed, well done Misa-san. Some of the girls' eyes were dull. Itsuyo, frustrated, I can't take it anymore. Itsuyo, why do we play cards instead of looking for Goku-kun? Ichika, we've been looking for him for a whole year. Itsuyo, yes, but. Futaba, for Itsuyo. Futaba, we can't do anything anymore. They all felt bad, but all that changed when someone knocked on the door. Natsuki, I'll go see who it is. When Natsuki opened the door, she could see a hooded person. Natsuki, depressed, who are you? Wow, apparently with this hood I'm unrecognizable. Natsuki, huh? For a few seconds the brightness of Natsuki's eyes returned. I better take off my hood, it gets in the way too much he. The mysterious person slowly took off his hood. The sisters arrived together at the moment where the mysterious man took off his hood. All, Goku. Goku, nervous, hello. With a drop of sweat on his head. Natsuki, Mutsumi, Itsuyo, and Kariri rushed to hug the Saiyan. Mass, what a way to show up. Futaba, and it seems he returned as the son Goku we so wanted to see. Futaba, since she finally doesn't have silver eyes and silver hair. With a smile. Misa, I agree with you Futaba-ne. With a smile. Ichika, couple, you made me look for you for a whole damn year. Ichika, I deserve a reward for that. Goku, smiling, he. Shino, wow, I didn't think the teacher was so handsome. Goku, and who is she? Futaba, she is the fourth sister, Shino. Goku, oh hello Shino-san. With a smile. Elsewhere. Bills, and to think that a little book could save that blockhead? Whis, well Mr. Bills, it's a gift from those girls. Whis, so you can't complain. Bills, what a pain.